All right. Hello and welcome back to another segment of The Desk, where we take an inside look at what's happening around the BHCL. I am Demoni, your host for today. I'm joined by Vasilevsky to my left,
Good evening.
joined by Ghostyferret to my right,
Uh, good evening, everybody.
and to my far right is Konechny.
Hello.
We are also joined by Luke, who is somewhere.
I lost again. I'm not gonna be on camera.
Just like I said.
Well, we should start with a recap of the games that took place yesterday, Friday, March 1st. The Popcorn took on the Bagels in a very lopsided affair, with the Bagels winning a staggering 14-1
I mean,
game.
like respectfully, is there even anything to recap for this game? I mean,
Yeah.
Youppi had 9 points. Erax had 7. Tango had 4. That's about it.
That's
yeah.
Newbly
Bridge got the only.
Newbly Bridge had a goal.
No
good
shutout
one.
for Pandaman. No shutout for Pandaman.
Seems to be a common theme.
That's really the biggest highlight of this game is no shutout for Pandaman. Popcorn missing some key players: Farabee, Jaden, Grimace,
Spooky Mount.
Spooky Mount.
Basically, the whole team was on injured reserve last night.
So just a tough showing from the Popcorn. Not really much they could do against a full Bagels team, though. Moving on to our second game of the night, the Blue Ridge Blizzard took on the Paris Pigeons. In the first regulation loss for Paris, the Blue Ridge Blizzard took it 3-0 while shorthanded, missing Siphon and Dripsky. What did you see from the Blizzard that set them apart from the Pigeons, Ghostyferret?
You know, it's not what I saw from the Blizzard. I'd say it set them apart. It's just how big of frauds the Pigeons are, in my opinion. I mean, no Dripsky, no Siphon. You don't even get a goal on that team. Like, yeah, losing is bad enough, but the fact that you lose 3-0 to a team without 2 of their starters, it is just, I don't know. It is not helping them trying to get rid of that narrative that they're frauds.
We do have more to say about that later tonight. I'm interested to see what Chokington thinks, though. How do you think the Paris Pigeons could have played better in that game?
I mean, they needed to get Tucker more. They needed to get ohLuvv involved more offensively. I mean, our doggy, it's a one-man show over there. When things are going good, it's going good. But when things are going bad, it's not. ohLuvv can't help him. You know, he can't get a feel for the game. He loses some battles on defense because of it. And I think Plutz could have played a little bit better, but you can't expect such dominance the entire season. So. It's okay. I think they need to bounce back here tonight. Konechny, what did you think about the Blizzard performance last night?
Pretty good, despite missing whoever they missed last night. I was not there for a big portion of the game, so I can't really comment on it. But clearly they did play well without their key players, and
the Blizzard have won 2 games in a row without top players, including Akuzo, Dripsky, and Siphon missing some games. Unfortunately, we don't get to see them play tonight. But our last game of yesterday was the Los Angeles Earthquakes versus the Malibu Marshmallows. The Earthquakes narrowly pulling this one out 2-1 against.
I wouldn't say it was very narrow.
It was very narrow.
It was very 2.
I think the scoreboard, the score says it was closer than the game really was, in my opinion.
I think if anything, the scoreboard didn't show enough how close it was.
We can go with that, I guess. But we can go with that.
Like, you flew out to the Chicago area to take down my second round draft pick, so I couldn't play him.
That's just not true. Oh, that's just not true. Not true. Nope.
I guess we should say the score of the game: 2-1.
Well, yeah, it was
for LA Earthquakes.
Ghostyferret with 2 goals and Zio1 with 1 for the Marshmallows. So, Ghostyferret, how were you able to perform at your best that game with your struggles this season?
Yeah, I feel like this last week really, my mindset is just kind of I've been practicing a lot better. I think my mindset is that like I'm the best player on the ice. You're shaking your head down, disagree over here, but I mean I am the best player on the ice, kind of clearly like last night. And that just helped me a lot as well with my confidence. I know that when I'm playing my best, Zeo1 and Luke, it's not good enough to beat me.
Luke, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this.
Yeah, so Ghostyferret, he got 2 goals last night. One of them was on the power play. So obviously that's you can't really sit there and say, "Oh, when I'm playing at my best, they can't beat me."
I wasn't playing my best though. That's the thing. You still lost.
We could tell you weren't playing your best. When you do play your best, you're a great player, and tonight definitely was not yesterday was not your best. So, I mean, like I said, we lost. It happens. Unfortunate. I definitely could have played a lot better offensively. I didn't necessarily do much there. And it happens. You just gotta take it on the chin. But I think that the Earthquakes are such a beatable team, and not even when we went down to nothing, you guys were just. It was such a game that we could have won.
Wholeheartedly disagree.
Also, the goalie slid out of your way for the first goal that you got. You literally were shooting at an empty net.
It's called a head fake. I stared him down the whole time far side, and when he bit, I just
he just saw this mass running down the ice and got scared. I don't blame him. There's a difference.
All right.
I don't know.
Anyone would.
There's a reason why he didn't do that to anyone else on the ice. That's all.
I think it just shows how talented I am, and I was gonna score on that no matter what. Let's be real.
Talented, but you haven't won a ring without the best player in the league.
Just shows how intelligent my teammate is.
Thank you, Nick. I appreciate that.
Konechny's here too.
True. All right, well, we should move on to our previews for today's games. Starting off with the Ohio Otters, my boys, taking on the Paris Pigeons tonight at 7 p.m. Players to watch for this game are Robe of the Otters and ohLuvv of the Paris Pigeons, seeing how he can defend against Robe. What do you think of this matchup, Ghostyferret?
I mean, we got the I can't think of something that really rolls off the tongue, that starts with an F to call the Pigeons frauds, but we got the fraudulent Paris Pigeons against the Ohio Frauders, so frauds against frauds here tonight. So I think it's gonna be an interesting matchup. Both teams high up on the standings. If the Otters want a chance, same with the Pigeons actually. If they both want a chance to try to compete for the President's Trophy, this is a must-win game for both of them.
Chokington, any thoughts?
Yeah. I like the players that you highlighted, Robe and ohLuvv, both talented players in their own aspects. Personally, I think it's going to come down to who can supply their scoring forward, the best plays. And you know what? Both these players, former teammates of mine, I love them both. I'm going to have to go Tucker. I'm going to have to go ohLuvv. Go with my guy here.
Ooh.
I think ohLuvv is going to lead this team to a victory. All right? Big time victory. I'm expecting them to beat the Otters tonight.
Okay, very spicy take. I'm curious to see how Konechny thinks ohLuvv will match up against Robe.
And love ohLuvv, but Robe, greatest regular season performer of all time, might be the greatest of our generation. Greatest just regular season performer. I've never seen anything like it. I think ohLuvv is going to have a very tough time against basically just the Gretzky of the regular season. It's going to be impossible. And I think we really are missing the real matchup tonight. Sammy the Whale versus the best the best pass first defensive defenseman in a non-exclusive year, non-real year. Transports. Big defensive battle.
They don't even play on the same line, bro.
Doesn't matter. Gonna see who's the best dimer.
Listen, I think the Paris Pigeons are a great team.
No, you don't.
If they played in the JBHL, I think we're smacking them tonight. We're beating them by at least 3 goals. I really can't see us losing tonight.
Are you guys forgetting that our doggy's on this team, guys? Like, we're remembering this, right?
Yeah.
Where was our doggy last night? Where was he?
we all have our struggles. I mean, when we get to you can say that for every playoff game that Robe's played at. Where is he?
Exactly.
Demoni looks very upset about that from this camera angle.
Flabbergasted.
We'll let the game talk.
And when the game talks, you're going to be down 3-0 at the third period.
An interesting goalie matchup in that game is Bagel Glazed versus Pluds, the 2 top goalies in save percentage tonight. Let's go to our goaltending expert, Chokington, to see who he thinks is going to come out on top goaltending wise.
Pluds had a rough night the other night. Bagel has been pretty consistent all season. Tough matchup, very tough matchup, very skilled matchup. Elite matchup, I guess, is what I'm getting at. I'm going to take Pluds on a bounce back night. I think Pluds just has it back. I think Pluds is ready. I think Pluds is going to take this game over. And with the help of ohLuvv, I think ohLuvv can sneak a few past Bagel Glazed.
All right. Well, both goalies very hard to beat in their own respect. That's the same for our next matchup, the Sacramento Surge versus the New York Bagels. They have not played this season. It's going to be interesting. The Surge, known as a defensive team, held the Marshmallows to 2 shots in their last game. How do you think your team will handle a powerhouse like the New York Bagels, Vasilevsky?
I mean, absolutely no disrespect to the Bagels. I love them to death. They got their second line right now. They're underperforming. I can't see, other than Youppi, I can't see a world where they're currently a powerhouse. Currently.
Interesting.
Hot take over there.
That's not to discredit their team. I just don't think they're the best team this season in the game. You know, credit their second line, Tango Top Rages, has been good. Generating good offense, playing good defense. Panda Man has been playing really good this season, other than when the puck is on the post.
Needs to get a shutout.
And obviously, Youppi absolutely been pretty MVP level, I'd say, for this season. Although I do believe that Gorius is going to have the answer to Youppi tonight. You gotta hope so.
Questionable take.
I like the optimism. Ghostyferret, you got any words for Chokington?
Delusion. That's all I got to say.
All right. Well,
yes, as a guy that almost lost to the freaking supposed second worst team in the league.
And you lost to them.
Why are you guys talking about me like I'm not
Okay,
standing
okay.
over in the corner right
Yeah,
now?
Luke,
And you have
watching you guys.
And you have 2 of your wins against the popcorn, little bro.
having played
Yeah,
against the Surge so recently, Luke, what do you think? What do you think of this argument?
Hold on. I'm trying to find my camera. There we go. Okay, this is what I think of this argument. The Surge are a good team on one day of the week, and that's probably not any of the game days. So that sucks for them. I think that the Bagels are going to do what they do best and just, pour the shots on, pepper the shots on, really high quality shots. And they're going against Chokington. Great goalie, great guy. He's not going to be able to stop it. He's not going to be able to stop it. We're going to see not necessarily the same thing we saw against the Popcorn yesterday, but we're going to see a pretty dominant performance from the Bagels tonight. And they're going to use that as their warm-up match against the Paris Pigeons.
All right. Well, yeah, leading into that matchup, the New York Bagels taking on the Paris Pigeons directly after their game against the Surge. Their last matchup ended in defeat for the Bagels, the Pigeons taking it 2-1 in regulation. Some controversy surrounding that game. Do you want to explain what happened in that third period, Luke? What led to that loss?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Do you want to explain what led to that loss in the third period for the Bagels? Some controversy, obviously, surrounding some of the calls.
Yeah, so basically, in blocky hockey and normal hockey, there's this rule called offsides, and it's a really, kind of complicated rule to explain without visuals. But long story short, just pretend that the puck is like a key, and that blue line on the ice is a gate, and you're not able to go into, past that gate until the key has gone through it. What happened is the Bagels hit the puck out, and then Youppi hit the puck back in before his teammate crossed back over, which is offsides. Blocky hockey works a little bit different. No matter what, though, it was going to end up offsides. That got the goal called back, making it so instead of a tied game, it was a 1-goal game. Quickly after that, the Bagels run into even more issues when their goalie, Panda Man, lags out while the puck is coming towards him on the defensive end. So that causes the Bagels to scramble, getting a too many men call and going down on the penalty kill with a minute to go in the game, which basically just shut out any chances they have of getting momentum going or just, anything.
Also, it was
Ludwig
already
told us to call the goal back, so we did.
Oh, true. It was already 2-1. Do you think the Bagels win that game without that fiasco in the third?
I think that the Bagels were not playing the best that game in general. They weren't really doing too hot. They just it's hard to explain. They just definitely were not playing the game that they should have been playing. I felt like Youppi was passing too much to Imdravel. He should have taken more opportunities himself, shown off like the star player that he can be. But I know that he really wants to get his teammates involved, and he wants everyone to be a threat, which is why he's doing this, which is why you see Arax now playing for Imdravel instead. So I think it'll be really interesting to see, kind of where things go from here. But as far as do I think they would have won if that goal wasn't called back, I don't know. They weren't playing good that day.
All right. Well, with the Bagels' new lines, how do you think they're gonna stack up against the Pigeons, Ghostyferret?
Yeah, I think honestly, at any time Youppi loses, he takes it very personal. And I know he's been working hard, obviously, and I just don't see a world where the Paris Pigeons win this game. Youppi is on a mission tonight. Arax and him have been playing very well together in scrims. So again, the second line, hasn't been performing well, but I am not high on the Paris Pigeons second line. So I think that'll balance itself out. But I just think Youppi's on a mission tonight, and he's going to show it.
All right, well, that'll do it for our game previews. We'll quickly head over to the standings to point out the implications for tonight. Ghostyferret,
I
take
slowly
over
make
this
my way
segment.
over here. Jesus,
God,
I need to.
Waddle his way to the segment.
I need to hit the treadmill. Anyways, over here. So with the Blizzards' big win last night, as you can see, they are now sitting at 9-2 and the first team in the BCHL to clinch a playoff spot. But if the Ohio Otters can win tonight, sitting at 7-1, they will be the second team to clinch. On the other hand, the Paris Pigeons sitting at 4-1-1. Unfortunately, the Bagels got to farm, so Goldiff is going to keep the Paris Pigeons at fourth, even if they win tonight's game against the Ohio Otters. And then for our second game between the Bagels and Pigeons, if the Bagels can win that game, that is, I think in my opinion, that's going to really lock up that third spot for them. Like, if the Bagels win this game, I think the lowest they can finish is third, which is obviously huge, because they'll play the 6th seed coming out of the first round. And for the last game of the night, not the last game, sorry, but the Bagels and the Surge, the Surge really need to win this game, because in my opinion, the Surge are they're not comfortable where they're at. They could very well be out of a playoff spot here in these next couple weeks if they lose out. But that is all I have for standings tonight. So we'll go over back to Ohio Otters as he shows us to our next segment.
All right. Well,
oh my God, the ground. Oh my God.
Our final segment of tonight, definitely staying on theme. We have Fraud Watch, and the Paris Pigeons are our featured entity, if you will, tonight. We talked about it last desk, how the Pigeons are just... We talked about it this desk too, how the Pigeons have just been incredibly fraudulent this season, pulling out a few very lucky wins, almost undeserving of that 4th place spot. Luke, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this.
Yeah, so last night, I went into it saying that the Paris Pigeons were frauds, and that even though they might beat the Blue Ridge Blizzard while they're down, one day they'd get exposed for what they were. And I was kind of right about one thing. They got exposed for what they were. They lost to a Blue Ridge Blizzard team that was crippled with injuries. So the Blue Ridge Blizzard, the Paris Pigeons, in my mind, are basically a better version of the Sacramento Surge. Instead of having Goriest, a great defenseman, they have ohLuvv, who's great on offense. And then besides that, everything else just relies on their goalie Pluds having a good game. Their second line is one of the weakest in the leagues. Their first line with ohLuvv and ohLuvv is great if ohLuvv is doing anything. If he's not, then that team is just shut down for the game. I think that Paris is a good team. I think that they are obviously going to make the playoffs. I do not think they are anywhere near a contending team, and I think that, as time goes on, if anything, they're probably just going to get worse. I don't see a timeline with the current roster where any of the other players start picking up the slack that they need to.
All right. Well, we'll have to cut things short. Real quick, let's do a rapid fire. Who are your picks for tonight's game? Just go all 3 in order, Luke.
Going all 3 in order, it's going to be 3-1 Ohio Otters. It's going to be 5-2 5-1 Sacramento Surge, and the last game of the
Wow.
day is going to be
Um,
a 4-2, or excuse me, it's 5-1 Bagels. Like the Surge are
Okay.
only getting one goal, if any. And the final goal of the game, or final game, is going to be a 4-2 win for the Bagels.
All right,
With the second line
you
being
don't have to do
dominant.
scores. You just have to pick a winner. At this point, we don't have much time.
Give me Paris, New York Bagels, and New York Bagels again.
He doesn't believe him.
All right, I will be taking Otters, Bagels.
Of course, you're taking the
Ghostyferret.
Otters. Give me the Pigeons, Bagels.
All right, connect me.
And give me the Otters, the Bagels, and the Bagels.
All right, well, that'll do it for tonight's segment of the desk. We'll be coming back here shortly to bring us your first game, the Ohio Otters versus the Paris Pigeons. Should be a fun one. We'll be back after this short break. I know how it's like hard to give analysis while actively watching the game. So
We are back. Damoni, take it away.
all right, welcome back to our BCHL Game Day 12. Right now we got the Ohio Otters taking on the Paris Pigeons. Should be an interesting matchup. Two elite goalies in net, two elite superstars in Robe and Ardoggy, and both very deep teams, so a lot that these teams share, including being called frauds throughout the season. Do you want to give some insight on that narrative, Ghostyferret? Before we kick things off?
You know, the Paris Pigeons kind of having an easy schedule, you could say, getting super lucky in a lot of different ways. And, well, I mean, you can almost kind of say the same thing about the Ohio Otters, getting really lucky about some things, not playing the highest quality teams. So it's both teams, leading to quote-unquote be fraudulent.
All right, well, notable absence for the Otters as Sammy the Whale, their second leading point scorer, was unable to make today's game, and we have Clifford82 making his BHCL debut on a line with Robe. So this should be interesting to see how this first line stacks up against arguably the most stacked first line in ohLuvv and ohLuvv. Face-off underway here. Robe instantly winning it forward, getting a shot, but it's wide. I believe ohLuvv may have gotten a stick on that. Robe instantly keeping possession for the Otters. Already laying on the pressure as ohLuvv can't free it from the corner. Robe chases him behind the net. ohLuvv finally gets it out for ohLuvv. Clifford chasing him. Clamping him up on the boards. ohLuvv taking the puck back into his own zone. Has time, gets past Clifford. Robe pitching against him. Clifford82 on that puck now. Challenges ohLuvv. Unsuccessful as here's ohLuvv. Has a break. Saved by Bagel Glazed. Puck is back out to ohLuvv. ohLuvv laterals one back for ohLuvv. ohLuvv can't get past Robe. Robe unable to get a shot away as that puck was loose. ohLuvv pinging it from behind. Robe trying to drive the middle, unable to do so. Just getting a weak P3 on that's easily paddled away by Pluds. ohLuvv up the ice. Clifford82. Strong defense there. Robe in the corner. Pressured by ohLuvv. ohLuvv able to clear. Gets it past Clifford82. Clifford able to pin him against the boards. Forces him to the corner. ohLuvv getting one out for ohLuvv. Unsuccessful pass as Robe steals into the corner. Robe looking for the sharp angle. Nothing there. Puck is back out of the zone. ohLuvv and Robe racing for it. Rob will win it, and it's out of play.
So Rob just looks like he's flying everywhere on the ice tonight. I mean, anytime you see the puck, Robe's on it. I don't know what it is, but he just looks like he's flying tonight.
Well, Caspit and Transports, their second line for this Paris Pigeons team, go against Packers and APAT. The Ohio Otters second line. Packers pulls one back. Has room. APAT elects to leave it for Packers. Packers faking the P3, trying to go near boards, but he loses it to Transports. Packers able to recover. Clears his own zone. APAT racing for it. APAT's in. He hits the post. And it's cleared out to the corner by Pluds. Caspit now. Has room. Up for Transports. Packers intercepts that pass. Packers back into his own end. Caspit forechecking that. Able to win it. Trying the short side on Bagel Glazed. He had that curve loaded, but it hits the outside of the net. Packers out of his own zone now. Tries to cut to the middle, but Transport's denying that opportunity. Packers in his own end. Been very dominant on the puck this shift as APAT8 denies a prime chance from Caspit in the slot off an incredible pass from Transports. Caspit down the ice now. Robe changing on for Packers. Both first lines should be back on soon. Robe chasing ohLuvv into his own zone. ohLuvv looking for ohLuvv. Clifford82 able to catch up to that puck. Clifford back up for Robe. He misses the pass. ohLuvv trying to curve around, but Robe denies any shooting lane. Clifford steals. Clifford up the ice trying to get past ohLuvv, but both Paris Pigeons on that back check, able to swat it away into the corner. ohLuvv now, willing his way down into the corner. Otters easily able to pressure that one out. ohLuvv has a chance. Bagel Glazed, unable to save it, but it hits the post. ohLuvv now, up for ohLuvv. He'll blast one into the corner. Goes around the net. Otters force it out of the zone. Clifford82, nice ping on ohLuvv to get it up for Robe, but he's met with two Pigeons players. ohLuvv getting past ohLuvv into the corner now. Robe trying to get around, but unable to get the second hit off there, as I believe he was looking for the curve. A minute left in this game. Both second lines on now. APAT 8 struggling to get it past Transports. Transports willing his way into the Otters zone. Packers can't get past him. Puck is loose. APAT trying to clear. He will. 40 seconds to go. APAT crosses one for Packers. It's behind him. Caspin intercepts, but Packers able to find that puck on the back check. A misplay into the corner almost leads to a Transports chance, but again, Packers, very good recovery. Packers over for APAT. APAT trying to cross it back, but Transports is in the way of that one. 18 seconds to go. APAT takes it himself. Trying to get past Caspit. He's unable to do so, but Caspit unable to get a shot off as well. APAT dying seconds of the first. Can't hold Transports. Transports looking for the P3. Hits the far post. And that'll do it for the first period. 0-0. As this period concludes with just one shot in favor of the Paris Pigeons. Ghostyferret, take us what you saw through that first period.
Yeah, actually a pretty close matchup between both of these teams. It looks like for the Paris Pigeons, they're just kind of doubling Robe, and it just the Otters have no answer for that. I mean, really, Clifford 82 has looked like he's had some defensive moments where he's been like, well, what is that guy doing? Besides that, he's kind of just on the ice, really. I don't understand not playing Quove. Like, he didn't have the best game, but in my opinion, he's a far better player than Clifford 82. But both teams, I mean, even with the shots being so low, I thought both teams have had some pretty good, opportunities, actually. Both just missing the net, unfortunately, and hitting the far post. But in my opinion, the move to not play Quovu and playing Clifford over him is just questionable at best.
Yeah, no egregious mistakes by either side here. I'm curious to see what Luke thinks as we go between the benches. Luke, take it away.
Yeah, so I mean, it's Ohio Otters versus Paris Pigeons. This is a game that I thought the Otters were going to come flying out on, and I think that not having Sammy the Whale, this might be a little bit of a crazy thing to say if you go back a couple of months ago, but not having Sammy the Whale on that first line, I think is a lot more of a nerf than we thought it was going to be for the Ohio Otters. I don't think Clifford 82 and Robe have looked like they meshed that well together yet. Clifford 82 attacking the puck when Robe has possession of it, and we know Robe is such a puck-dominant player, and when he gets it, he does absolutely great things with it, but he just hasn't gotten the chance to really do that yet. The shots on goal are insanely low too. We got 0 for the Ohio Otters and only 1 for the Paris Pigeons coming at, I believe, the dying seconds of the game. Or no, excuse me, it was at the very beginning. The Paris Pigeons got a little bit of a chance. All around, kind of surprising, quiet game here in Paris. I'm really interested to see if the Otters can turn things around. If they can get Robe and Clifford to click a little bit sooner, then we might see some fireworks start happening. But I really think it's going to come down to this first line today.
Yeah, without Sammy the Whale as the other offensive threat on that line, and obviously Sammy the Whale has made incredible strides defensively this season too. It's going to be a lot easier to shut down Robe, especially with obviously there are 5th or 6th man in Clifford. It's definitely, no disrespect to Clifford, but it's going to be easier for them to shut down the main threat on the line, Robe, without his partner in Sammy the Whale.
Yeah, no, I agree 100%. I just don't understand the move to play Clifford, in my opinion, when you have a player like Quovu as your 5th man.
All right, well, face-off underway here. Robe winning it forward, getting a P3 blast right off the draw. Clifford 82 taking the rebound. Clifford dumps it into the corner. Robe pressures. Unsuccessful. Clifford letting Ardoggy past him. Ardoggy's blast right into the mask of Bagel Glazed. Ardoggy still controlling the rebound. Getting out to the middle. Bagel Glazed doing everything in net as he makes another strong save. Robe unable to clear the zone. Ardoggy accidentally P2s it backwards. I don't think Robe was expecting that, as he kind of lost the puck as well. ohLuvv's pass swatted down. Robe getting it away from Ardoggy. His P3 gloved down by Bloods. What a save!
I mean, that save could not get better. That is one of the best saves I've seen in a while. I mean, that puck was in the net pretty much, and he just snagged that thing straight out of the air.
Bloods is cold.
I'd like to point out that kind of like I was saying earlier, we saw Robe get an early chance off, but as the rebound comes out, Robe goes for the puck, and Clifford pings it away from Robe, leading to all those chances for Paris. Really no chemistry going on for this first line right now.
Yeah, Clifford struggling a little bit in his first game. Obviously, I can't say too much as I'm biased, but I gotta say I'm pretty confident in this first line. Here's ohLuvv taking a blast off the side of the net. Robe retrieving that rebound. He's able to get control of it. Robe looking for Clifford on that far side, but ohLuvv gets to that puck first. Clifford able to keep it in. Robe sitting at the point. ohLuvv and Clifford wrestling for it in the corner. Clifford can't hold him. Neither can Robe as ohLuvv wins the race to that puck. Clifford hitting it into his own goalie, not clearing out the rebound, and that results in a goal for ohLuvv.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking about it earlier, how I don't think he's, I don't think he should be the option, and well, he's not really proven me wrong, to be honest, so far. I mean, I hate to I don't want to, dog on players, but he hasn't looked too good out there tonight. I get it's his first time playing in the BCHL, high expectations, maybe some high pressure on him, but not a great showing for Clifford here tonight.
I just think, Clifford, he's a good player. By no means is he a bad player. Is this like a disrespect to him or anything like that? He just doesn't match very well with Robe. He's not a player that is, amazing defensively. We've seen ohLuvv get a few chances past him. And he wants the puck for himself, which when you're playing with Robe, you kind of just got to let Robe do Robe things. That's why he had so much success in the past. And that's what we're missing right now.
Ooh, there's Packers with a dangerous chance there. Unfortunately, missing the second hit. He had room to shoot there, but just whiffed on the shot. Here's Caspit, sprung by transports. Packers steals. Packers into the corner with it. This Ohio Otters second line is going to have to come alive if they want to get back into this game, since their first line of Robe and Clifford is clearly getting outperformed while shorthanded. Here's Caspit. That puck swatted away by Packers. A-Pad 8 into the corner with it. Defending against Caspit pretty well. Packers able to clear the zone. Has the puck at the blue line. Gets past transports, but Caspit back to make the defensive play. Packers over for A-Pat. Gets around transports. A-Pat's in. He shoots. Saved by Ploods. Rebound out into the corner. Transport's able to clear it. Packers past him. Along the boards, Packers looking for the P3. Elects to shoot it again, but blocked down by Paris both times. The Pigeons have just been a wall so far in this game. Here's Robe with it. Robe getting around Caspit. Shooting! Saved by Ploods! Robbing Robe once again.
I mean, Ploods, in my opinion, he's really keeping this team afloat. That is the second very high opportunity that Robe's had this game that Ploods just snags on the line.
Yeah, you wonder how long he can keep this momentum up for, though. Robe known for getting some great shots, and we've seen it just now again. And one of those I feel like is going to squeak by eventually.
Here's Robe off the faceoff, trying to get around Ploods, unable to. To the middle. Nobody there. ohLuvv intercepts that pass. Clifford 82 on the back check, pings him into the corner. Clifford now, getting it out of the zone. Tries to spring Robe. Him and ohLuvv will race for that puck. Robe, what a save by Ploods! And another one! As Plood makes an incredible sequence of saves. Here's Clifford. Ploods with it again! Wow, Ploods absolutely denying the Otters. An incredible sequence of saves there as the puck is back in the Pigeons' possession. Here's Clifford 82. Him and Robe kind of bunched on the puck. They'll figure that out as Robe takes it out of the corner. Robe looking for an opportunity. Robe out to the middle. Tries to get it for Clifford, but ohLuvv is there to deny that pass. Robe pulling it back. Looking for the short side. Ploods loving it again. And he has 10 for 10.
Robe has absolutely come to life in the last minute here. Both him and Clifford actually playing pretty well. Getting a ton of shots on goal. I don't know the exact amount they've gotten just on the shift alone, but Ploods really keeping Paris in the game.
I mean, will we see some cheating allegations soon? Who knows?
We've seen cheating allegations for both of these goalies so far this season. Yes, here's Clifford 82, prime opportunity. Unable to get a shot off as ohLuvv steals it from behind. Here's Robe controlling the puck in the neutral zone. Kind of bobbles it a little bit. Unable to do anything with it as here's ohLuvv. Comes away with it. Apat not ready for the pass, but neither was Transports as he's forced into the corner. Could have been an incredible opportunity for Transports. Here's Robe. He'll have to change soon. Gets a P3 away. Plus can't find it. And Robe scores.
I mean, I feel like
Oh, go ahead.
sorry, Luke.
No, go ahead.
I mean, I feel like we're talking about him doing so well, and he just lets in a shot like that. It just he's saying he couldn't see, but man, that one, it feels like one of the easier shots he's faced on the night, and of course that's when he lets in.
I was gonna say, like, of course, after all those saves, that's kind of the one you let in. Looking back at the replay there, though, I mean, he literally could not see. I'm looking at it right now, and both Caspit and Transports just crouching right in front of Robe. That is like a pixel perfect shot. Anyone moving just a little bit more probably would have blocked that shot. So honestly, even though the shot itself looked like it went in really slow, that was just a great chance by Robe.
An incredible shot from deep. Robe known for his P3s as here's Packers. Pass over to Apat, trying to get two quick ones. Apat can't catch the pass. Here's Caspit along the boards with it. Pressured by Packers. Packers, he's had an incredible game so far on the second line, possession-wise, as he forces it all the way back into the Pigeons zone. Caspit coming away with it. Down the boards, Apat easily getting that one. Caspit pings it back for Transports. Packers taking it now. 4 seconds left. Caspit has to shoot. He's unable to. The Otters hold him against the boards, and that'll be the end of period 2. Ghostyferret, what did you think about how the Otters were able to rebound that period?
That was a great bounce back period, as everything was just all Otters that period. I mean, the second line, I think they're gonna come alive here eventually, but that first line, Robe finally, he woke up. He took the game into his own hands. He obviously a great shot from him, getting that goal, tying this game up. This has just been all Otters, and I feel like eventually the second line is gonna break through. Is the second line on the Pigeons just? I don't know what it is. They just don't look good at all. I mean, I know that Transports was he was a good player last season. Caspit was a decent player last season on the ban. It's just there's something about the second line. It's just I have no faith, honestly.
Well, yeah, Packers and Apat just absolutely dominating them. Unable to get on the score sheet, unfortunately, but still, been an impressive showing for them. Luke, what have you thought about this game?
Yeah, I've thought this game, the first period was very muted and quiet. The second period, Ohio Otters finally came to life. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little biased here. I've recently became an Otters truther. Foolish in his chat, just very cool people in general. Kind of converted me to the side of Ohio frauders to just the Ohio Otters. So I'm really excited to see the fact that they've come to life here. I'm cheering them on hard this game. I really hope that we see them continue to just get these high quality shots on goal. I think that first goal that Pludge just let in, that's going to shake him up a little bit. That's going to, because from Transports and Caspit's side, if he felt the need to type in chat that he couldn't see the goal, then he himself knows that was kind of weak. There might be a little bit of discourse going on in Paris. So that might shake things up a little bit. Someone I really want to see more out of right now, though, is Packers for the Otters. He's not necessarily played bad, but I mean, he should be, skill diffing Caspit and Transport so hard, and that is a defensive line. I understand that, but I really think that the second line for the Otters could step it up just a little bit more.
Yeah, I agree. Packer's a very high-flying offensive player. He's played good defense so far this game too. You'd like to see more chances out of him. He's only had like a couple here and there. Just him and Apat not really consistently getting those chances like they have been all season. And yeah, you'd really like to see more out of him, which I expect from this third period. Ghostyferret, what do you think is going to be the outcome of this third period? Who do you think is going to come out on top? Or will we be going to overtime?
Unfortunately, I am an Ohio frauders believer. I do not think they're as good of a team as the record shows, but with the way this Pigeons team is playing, I don't see the Otters dropping this game. I mean, the Pigeons just do not look good.
All right, Luke?
Oh yeah, I think it's Otters all the way. Ferret's only saying that because he's getting paid by the Paris Pigeons, just like everyone else.
All right, well, I'm obviously an Otters believer here as Robe takes it off the faceoff, almost able to get a shot on, but no angle there. Here's Robe still with it, pulling it back. ohLuvv able to read it and clear the zone. Clifford 82 has a prime opportunity, but it's gloved down by Pluds. ohLuvv tries to get one out for our doggy. Clifford 82 can't hold him. Robe catches up to it though. Rob in the corner. Robe trying to clear the zone. Gets it up the boards past our doggy. ohLuvv trying to hold him at center ice. Robe willing his way back into the Pigeon zone. Clifford against ohLuvv now as our doggy springs him. Clifford able to defend against that. Back into the Pigeon zone. Our doggy with possession. Robe chases him. Our doggy up the boards. Clifford almost able to get to that, but our doggy wins the race. Our doggy up the boards. Bad decision. Robe here has a chance, but it's swatted away by our doggy. Prime opportunity for the Otters as our doggy misplayed it up for ohLuvv. But in the end, they were able to catch up on the back check. Here's our doggy sending a P3 in. Bagel Glaze trying to clear. Puck ends up on the stick of Robe. Robe pulling it back. Gets past ohLuvv. Rob looking for some room. Gets to the middle. Pluds pinging it out. Apat off the bench. To the boards. Has a shot, but it's blocked down by our doggy. Apat with the rebound. Rob will change for Packers. Both second lines. Changing on now. ohLuvv, the only first liner out there for the Pigeons, as he'll clear the zone. Gets one up for Transports. And the Pigeons will change. Packers up the near boards. Trying to curve to the middle. Has it intercepted by Caspit. Apat there to deny the shot. Chasing him down with the rejection as Apat willing his way into the Pigeon zone. Here's Packers at center ice with it after a failed pass from Transports. Packers up the near boards. P3'd by Caspit into the corner. Caspit looking for more. He won't get it as Apat pins him to the boards, and he'll clear. Caspit back for Transports. Transports defended by Packers. Well, Apat able to read the pass. Still in his own end, though. Otters have to get something going. Apat now. Up the ice, past Caspit. Apat driving the middle. Caspit finally able to find that ping. Here's Packers back with him. Caspit loops behind his own offensive net. Apat able to steal it away from him, as I believe Caspit was trying to pass up to Transports. Any thoughts on this second line matchup in the third period, Luke? Oh, wait, no, here's Apat. Never mind.
Sorry. Just move along.
Caster's curse, you know. All right, Bagel Glaze dropping it for Caspit. Robe and Apat on now. Apat, a bad clear. Our doggy almost able to get a shot away, but can't handle the puck. Robe now, unable to hold the zone. Our doggy working it deep. Robe able to get away with it. Robe coming away, past our doggy. He shoots, saved by Pluds. Pluds knocks it to the corner for ohLuvv. Clifford able to defend that pass. Clifford into the corner with it, beat by our doggy. Our doggy out for ohLuvv. He'll have to race with Robe with it, but Robe wins it on the back check. And it's out to center ice. Our doggy with control of it now. 1:02 left to go, still tied. As here's Clifford defending our doggy well. Great forecheck there from the big red dog himself. Robe can't get past our doggy. Bad mistake there as our doggy's shot careens off the outside of the net. Clifford out for Robe. He dances through the middle with it. Both Pigeons pressuring him there. Able to get it into the zone. Our doggy's shot off the post. A cheeky P3 from the half wall. Narrowly misses.
Our doggy special
Here's
right
Clifford
there.
82. Yeah, the our doggy special. He loves that corner move into the P3. Here's our doggy. Gives it up for Robe. Robe gets past ohLuvv. Robe's in. Tries to force it through Pluds, but he can't get it. Here's ohLuvv the other way. Defended by Clifford. It's out to the middle. Our doggy has it. ohLuvv looking for the P3. Robe steals. 6 seconds to go. Robe needs a shot here. But ohLuvv will deny it. And we're going to overtime. Thoughts on this overtime, Ghostyferret?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, if you took off the scoreboard and based on what I just watched, if you asked me who was winning, I would say the Ohio Otters were winning by a fair amount. It just looked like the Pigeons were just trying to play a comeback. I don't know what it is. It doesn't feel like they're winning this game. And if they want any chance as well, they need to get ohLuvv incorporated into the offense of this first line. All the offenses in this first line is ohLuvv, and as long as they just cover him, it seems like they can't generate anything. ohLuvv needs to step it up and he needs to get involved in this offense, or else the Pigeons just really don't have a chance because their second line does not look too hot either.
Yeah, very even shots that period. Shots were 2-2 in the third. Otters certainly going to look for more here in this OT. Luke, who do you think is going to come away with it?
I really want to say Ohio Otters here. They've been the better team for the majority of the game. The only thing that I kind of saw is this third period when you had asked me about the second line matchups. I felt like the second line was actually better for the Paris Pigeons, which is kind of scary if you're an Otters fan like myself. Something else of note that I thought was really weird that the Otters did is Bagel Glaze gloving the puck, looking like everyone on the Otters thought that he was going to hold the puck as both players go for a line change. Really sloppy line change from Ohio that basically for the last minute and a half, where ohLuvv was able to take a specialty shot, Ohio was scrambling, all stemmed from that line change, which was, like I said, kind of makes you sweat if you're an Otters fan. I know I'm here. I just turned on the fan because is getting a little spicy. That last minute of play reminding me a lot about the overtime game between Ohio and the Malibu Marshmallows, where it's just back and forth. It feels like at any moment someone could have scored a goal to end the game right there, or not necessarily end the game, but put themselves up. And yeah, it was just I'm really interested to see how things go. I think that if we go to overtime, the lines are most likely going to be ohLuvv, double overtime. It's going to be ohLuvv versus Robe, which I don't know who wins that one.
Yeah, that's going to be a titanic matchup if it ends up going to double OT.
I feel like you guys are making that double OT matchup a little closer than it is. Robe, he is a great twos player, but when it comes to ones, he is, in my opinion, at least from my experience, I don't think he is nearly as good as a one players as he is twos player. So I do see ohLuvv having the pretty large advantage if they can get the double overtime. But I don't think they will get it to double overtime, as I do think Robe will score the game-winning goal here. But yeah, no, I think you guys are making this overtime matchup.
Clifford 82.
You are
Clifford 82 game winner.
Yes.
You need to get off the mimosas.
No, I am on the Ohio Otters hype train. All right. Clifford 82.
Ghostyferret, who do you got?
I got Robe. Basic pick.
All right. Well, ohLuvv blasting one in as we go into extra minutes here. Robe now a good pass to ohLuvv. Bagel Glaze stepping in the way of that one. Great read from the Otters star goalie. Here's Clifford getting one up for Robe, bobbling it in his own zone. Robe looking a little nervous. Not really doing much as he tries the far side on ohLuvv. Doesn't work. Robe cutting to the middle. Clifford 82 whacking that puck away from his possession. We've seen that all game as ohLuvv sends one out of play.
I know subs suck, but I just feel like this game isn't close if Sammy the Whale's here. I know we love to dog on Sammy the Whale, but he's been, clearly this game shows how much he's helped this Ohio Otters team.
I think he's been elite this season. I'm a Sammy the Whale truther, but I know you guys will disagree on that front. Here's Clifford 82 trying to win it out of his own zone. Ohio's been stuck in their own zone the entirety of this OT period for the whole minute. So here's ohLuvv pulling back on Clifford. ohLuvv getting around Bagel, but he robs him with the glove. He'll drop it. ohLuvv getting one out for ohLuvv. Robe finding that puck as he'll finally advance it into the Pigeons zone. Robe looking for more. Pludds will ping it out to the blue line. Clifford 82 keeping it in. Clifford with a shot off the far post. And ohLuvv takes the rebound. Robe finds the puck, trying the short side. Misses wide. Here's ohLuvv up the ice with it. Has ohDoggy. ohDoggy's loose. Saved by Bagel Glazed. And ohLuvv's shot is also turned aside. What a performance for Bagel Glazed so far as he's tried again. And ohLuvv. There's no answer. Bagel Glazed is just shutting them down. Clifford 82 in the corner with it. Pigeons have registered 4 shots on this first line so far. Certainly a resurgence from the stacked Pigeons first line. Apat pressuring the puck. A miscommunication by the Pigeons. As here's Apat behind his own net. Apat looking for the pass out to Packers. He'll whiff. Caspit will wrestle him for it. Sent out to Pluds, who gets it to Transports. Transports tries to get it past Packers. He can't do so. Packers reading the pullback. Otters willing their way into the Pigeons zone. Apat stopped by Caspit in the neutral zone, and that's back into the Otters zone. Apat now into the corner with it. Caspit trying the curve, unable to get it off, as Apat steals it from him. Apat up the ice now. Gets it past Transports behind the Paris Pigeons net. 2:12 to go in OT. Caspit with it in his own zone. Apat 8 back with the puck. Back for Packers. Packers wins it past Caspit. Packers has a shot. Saved by Pluds. He'll drop it. Pass out to Transports. Transports to the middle. Apat there to deny that chance. Transports can't get it past Apat 8. Apat tries to cut to the middle. Unable to do so. Caspit with it now. Packers hit on the play. Massive hit, no call. Apat 8 forces Caspit behind the net. Caspit trying to drive the middle, but Packers is there to deny the opportunity. Here's Apat up the ice. Should see a change soon, as ohDoggy gets on for the Pigeons and Robe gets on for the Otters. Apat defending against Transports in the corner. Transports getting it out. Up for Robe. Robe back into his own zone. Trying to get past ohDoggy. He can't. Bagel Glazed will have to play that puck to keep it in Robe's possession. A minute left. We have not seen a stoppage thus far. Robe now. Into the corner with it. Pulling it back. Looking for Clifford at the point. Unable to get the pass off. Clifford with it. Keeps it in the zone. Robe now. Driving the net, but it's pinged away by ohDoggy. ohDoggy into the neutral zone. Clifford 82. Up for Robe. A nail biter here as there's 30 seconds left. ohLuvv out of the corner with it. Able to clear. Up for ohDoggy. Clifford still able to hold that red line. Paris Pigeons finally escape their own zone. Here's ohDoggy with it. ohDoggy bringing it back. Trying the P3, but Clifford 82 reads it. Puck is out to the middle. Robe intercepts. 15 seconds to go. ohDoggy willing his way into the middle. Clifford 82 trying to clear the zone. He can't. ohLuvv unable to get a shot off. Robe, 7 seconds. Breaking in. Robe from half court tries it for Clifford. He's not there. ohLuvv can't get the last second shot off, and we're going to double overtime. Incredible period for both teams. Thoughts so far, Ghostyferret?
I mean, this is truly an inspirational performance from Bagel Glaze and Pluds. They have been playing out of their minds this game. Bagel Glaze just getting peppered by shots, but nothing can break through to this man. I mean, honestly, he's had an incredible game. The only goal he's let up is, a rebound, which I wouldn't consider his fault at all. I mean, those shots are incredibly hard to save for any goalie, but man, he has just been playing lights out. Same with on the other side, when you look at Pluds, he's also been playing lights out. Both goalies definitely, I mean, they're the reason why this game is going to double OT. Is just both teams don't have an answer to get past these guys.
Yeah, Luke, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this goalie duel so far.
Yeah, I mean, that was an absolutely crazy performance, both from the Paris Pigeons offensively and Bagel Glaze. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, like, I'm sitting here, my mouth was agape. I was in shock. There was so many plays that I thought, were surely just going to end it. ohLuvv with great opportunities, and yet Bagel Glaze just constantly shut them down. The Ohio Otters looking a lot more shaky in this overtime than they have the entire game. And now we're going into this dreaded 1v1 that we were talking about, where Ghostyferret seems to think that Rdoggy is going to have Robe's number. And I'm not necessarily inclined to disagree. I think that Robe is a lot more of a full offense player, where Rdoggy is a little bit more of a two-way player, and that's going to be a huge advantage going into this double overtime. I know that Foolish is known for killing a lot of horses right now, but it'll be left to be seen if he's able to kill a pigeon today.
Banger right there.
Yep.
So you've been following Foolish's streams pretty closely.
I have one thing I want to say, and I feel like we're kind of overlooking this, is if Robe or Rdoggy can't score, we're looking at Packers versus ohLuvv, and that is a interesting matchup. I do think, Packers have shown it in the past that he can perform very high against ohLuvv, and I don't know if I like that. If I'm a Paris Pigeons fan, I want Rdoggy to win the game now, because I think that's the best chance that they have.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think Rdoggy's their best hope, as we the Otters really have two strong offensive players to lead the charge in this ISO second overtime. But any predictions for who wins it? Luke?
Ooh. I'm Ohio Otters truther through and through, but I have I guess it would be Packers as your second option against probably ohLuvv. I think Rdoggy might take it. I'm a truther, but even truthers got to be truthful.
True. Here's Rdoggy getting past Robe, like you said. Getting the first possession. Here's Robe trying the far side, pulling it back, taking his time, looking for a chance to strike. Rdoggy denies it. Robe still back with possession. Rdoggy, two very smart offensive players, as Rdoggy steals from Robe, unable to get a shot away though. Rdoggy playing very smart defense, holding Robe into his own zone. Robe can't seem to find a hole, as Rdoggy just pings anything he sends at him. You'll have to go through him at some point, as Robe trying to get around him. Can't do so. Rdoggy pings it back to his blue line. Robe still making sure not to make any bad mistakes here. Curving it around, trying the far side on Rdoggy. Doesn't work. Robe getting through, curving around Rdoggy. Robe, he's in. It's knocked away by Pluds. Robe still with it. In the neutral zone. Bad giveaway there, but Bagel Glazed comes out to play the puck. Robe almost has a breakaway. It's knocked away by Rdoggy. Spectacular play so far as the two stars clash. Here's Rdoggy into the zone. In his own corner with it. Robe defending against that. He lets it loose. Bagel Glazed gloves it down. He'll play it to the corner for Robe. Robe has to get it free here. Rdoggy backing off. Both teams have to look for a change soon. Here's Robe breaking in, looking for the P3, blocked down by Rdoggy. Robe still with it. Rdoggy certainly getting all the chances so far, looking to have the upper hand as Rdoggy gets away from Robe. His P3 hits the post. Rdoggy will change. Robe still with it, leaves it in the corner for Packers. ohLuvv gets to it first though. Packers pinging it out of the corner. ohLuvv unable to get the pullback on him, which I believe is what he tried. ohLuvv through center ice. Packers defending against him. Able to bring it back into his own zone. ohLuvv backing off. He's at the blue line with it. ohLuvv knows very well how to gap his defender, or how to gap his man, as he's holding Packers into his own zone. Him and Rdoggy alike playing very similar styles of defense in this 1v1. Not getting too aggressive. Not striking unless the opportunity's there. As ohLuvv able to steal from Packers. Packers can't hold him in neutral ice. Able to get him in the slot though, as he pings it to his own corner. ohLuvv backing off, letting Packers do his work. ohLuvv can't hold Packers from getting into his zone, but ohLuvv able to take possession. as Packers can't hold ohLuvv. Bagel Glazed able to make the save. He loses the puck. Springs Packers. Packers with it now. ohLuvv able to get the ping away. A minute 43. We expect a change soon. As here's ohLuvv coming away with it. Gets past Packers. Packers just letting him get by him too much. ohLuvv has certainly looked to have the advantage so far. ohDoggy getting past ohLuvv on a miscue. Robe's in. Robe's in. Bloods make the save. Robe along the boards in the Pigeons zone. Minute 11 to go. As ohLuvv will have to get a change soon. He's on low stamina. Robe with a P3, glove down by Bloods. An incredible save to end off that possession. And
Yeah,
an
I mean,
offensive zone faceoff for the Otters.
That's a game-saving save right there from Bloods, as he's been doing all game, it feels like. But a good LC there, though, by the Otters to get Robe against ohLuvv, because, you know, in 1v1 in this style, it's really hard to find a change, and that was just a great change by the Otters to give Robe a good opportunity against ohLuvv. As they're going to TO.
You know, obviously, overtime, 1v1 overtime games are a lot different than normal games. It's kind of like a chess match. You know, you spend so much time just biding your time, waiting to see what your opponent's going to do. And then finally you take your turn to strike. And so far, it looks like the Paris Pigeons might be playing a little bit too passive. Obviously, you don't want to make any mistakes because that's going to give the other team a huge opportunity. But I don't know. I feel like ohDoggy could be a little bit more aggressive against Robe, and I think that we would see the Otters fall that way. But as it currently goes, I have no idea how this is going to go. This is a really good game, really interesting matchup.
Honestly, I disagree with you, Luke. I think the Pigeons have been playing this perfectly. Obviously, Robe and Packers, with the skill they have, are going to get a couple opportunities. But the Pigeons have done their best to deny it as Robe gets a shot off, blocked by ohDoggy. Robe beating him on the boards. Robe coming away with it. ohDoggy able to catch up to him on the back check. 1 minute to go as we'll see ohDoggy and Robe close out the period here. Here's Robe forcing ohDoggy into the corner. ohDoggy trying to come away with it. Robe winning that race, bringing it back into his own end, pulling it back. Trying to get ohDoggy to bite, but he won't. Robe forcing his way through. ohDoggy catches up to it, though. Bloods plays it out. Bad decision there. Robe has a P3. Bloods makes the save. Rebound out. ohDoggy collects it. Still pressured by Robe, though. A game-saving stop from Bloods again, as Robe is getting the best of ohDoggy so far, and that puck's out of play.
That was a great performance by Robe just a second ago. Honestly, doing literal 360s before taking that shot. Great save by Bloods. Again, really anyone's game. We're most likely going into triple OT for Ohio again.
Robe looking for the shot off the face-off. Won't get it. He tries again, but ohDoggy swats it away. And that'll be the end of the period. Triple overtime for the second time for Ohio. It's rare you see a game like this, don't you think, Ghostyferret?
Yeah, no, I mean, the craziest thing is this isn't the first time we've seen the High Waters play a game like this. I don't know what it is, but they love going these long games, but
yeah, we'll see if this one could be longer. See if we can break that record we set earlier this season.
I mean, we just might, because with the way that these teams have been playing, I don't see any scoring happening anytime soon. I mean, Pigeons clearly just focusing on defense, not letting the other team score, because it doesn't really seem like they've been trying to do okay. In my opinion, the Pigeons haven't been trying to generate any offense at all. They've only been playing off of the trying to play off the mistakes of the Ohio Otters, but the Otters haven't made enough mistakes for that play style to work. At some point, if you're the Pigeons, you have to just go ahead and go for it and just try to end the game. But
I mean, both sides are getting their fair share of chances. Obviously, Ohio leading the shot diff 4-3 that period. But I think the Pigeons are playing pretty smart. I have to disagree again. Robe is as good as he's been, has made some mistakes, and the chances he's got has just been outskilling ohLuvv. Same with Packers and ohLuvv. I mean, ohLuvv played against Packers perfectly. And Packers just letting up too many chances. But we'll see how we'll see how things play out here in this third overtime. Here's Robe back into his own zone. Getting around ohLuvv. Unable to get anything going, though. Here's Robe again. Misses the puck. ohLuvv looking for an opportunity, but Robe denying it. ohLuvv with possession in the corner. Pressing up on Robe a little bit more than our previous overtime. As Robe getting around him. Robe looking for a chance. Bloods easily turning that one aside, as it was a bit of a weak shot. But still, there was room there. Robe finding that puck. ohLuvv really hasn't been able to get past Robe unless it was a mistake. Robe getting around ohLuvv once again. Looking for a shot, but ohLuvv pinning him against the boards. Trying to win it out of the corner. He will, but Robe, quick reaction time. We've seen from him a lot this overtime. Just his ability to read that play from ohLuvv getting out of the corner, but Flood's able to make the save there.
It feels like Robe has had the puck on his stick at all times. Just ohLuvv can't get possession of the puck no matter what he does. I mean, part of it is the play style he's playing, but he just needs to find a way to get the puck.
Yeah, I agree. Robe really just hamming ohLuvv so far. ohLuvv not getting too many touches. He'll pull it back off the faceoff. Goes immediately into his own corner. Robe pressing up on him. Able to get in the corner. Chasing ohLuvv. Absolutely dominating in these corners as Robe, as ohLuvv finally gets away with it. They'll race for it down the ice. Robe able to get a nice curve on him. Robe's free. Robe's in. Can't get around Bloods. He hit it too far. Robe with it again. What a curve. Yeah, very unfortunate. He hit it a little too far to be able to get the shot off. As ohLuvv plays it, trying to get a shot out of the corner, but he's unable to do so. Robe losing it to Tucker. Able to get it out, though. Here's Robe in the corner. ohLuvv denying him. Almost playing better than ohLuvv, but here's Robe again. Saved by Bloods. How did he find that one? ohLuvv versus Packers now. Packers along the boards. Packers playing noticeably more defensively to start this shift for him. Good swat by Packers there. Trying to get past ohLuvv, but that puck is sent out of play as both players were bunching on it.
I mean, what a save by Bloods. I'm sorry, I'd like to cut you off again. That is just unfortunate timing, but go ahead.
Just really interesting to see what's going to happen here in a little bit, as we're going to have to see ohLuvv against Packers, as the stamina mismatch is huge right now for Ohio.
Here's ohLuvv. He's in. Saved by Bagel Glazed. He has the rebound. It's pinged out by Packers. ohLuvv really been outplaying Packers so far. It's going to be interesting to see how he matches up against ohLuvv here. Here's Packers. Getting past ohLuvv. Packers into the corner. ohLuvv gets away with it. ohLuvv has the shot. Packers can't ping it, and it's in. The Pigeons take this one in triple overtime. ohLuvv with the dagger and his second of the game.
That is a tough goal for Bagel Glaze to let in, as that is the softest shot he probably could have faced, and it just steadily trickled in. Yeah, thank you. I couldn't think of the word. It just trickles in on him. I mean, the shot is, you can't really hit a shot any slower than that, and well, it just, it's unfortunate when you have such a great game and those are the type of goals you let in. It really does suck.
Dominant performance for both goalies, but Bloods clearly taking it. Just absolutely stealing the show here, stopping 20 out of 21. A very strong performance from arguably the Pigeons' best player this season, as he is now just taking command over that top spot for the Vezina Trophy, which, for those who don't know, is the award for the top goalie given out at the end of the season. So we'll send this one to break. We got another game coming up real soon, as this one bled into the time slot for the Bagels versus the Surge. We'll take you to that one in a few short moments. All right, welcome back to our second game of tonight. I'm still a little shell-shocked from that last one, don't you think, Luke?
Oh yeah, that last game was a nail-biter through and through. You know, I really thought Ohio could finish things off. They had amazing chances. So did Paris, to be honest. But it was a battle of the goalies, and we saw some of the best shots get saved and the weakest shots get through, landing at 2-1 for the Paris Pigeons. Saw some pretty big hits there. I can at least recount one that I thought was a surefire pin for the Paris Pigeons, but again, as the narrative continues, the refs are paid from Paris.
Yeah, you know what?
ohLuvv,
They got lucky in overtime.
Yeah, they
They're
did.
Floods merchants, penalty merchants.
Yep.
They should have been.
Well,
penalty-
not even penalty merchants, just non-call merchants.
Non-call.
You know, I saw $1,000 in my Cash App this morning, and well,
Ghostyferret,
I would
the
say who it's
ref,
from, but
with us. You can see him flying around right now. The man guilty for that last performance obviously jokes. Close game. You know, teams they do what they can. I do want to point out though that the star for the Paris Pigeons, besides Bloods, obviously, was ohLuvv. ohLuvv getting both of the goals, which is not something you really expect to see. We were criticizing them earlier on about how Ardoggy is basically their only offensive threat, yet it was ohLuvv taking home both of the goals for Paris. So really interested to see if they can keep that momentum moving forward, which I don't think that they will, but we can find out tonight in just a little bit at 8:30, or should be 8:30, as we see the Paris Pigeons return against the New York Bagels, who are currently on now.
You know, the Pigeons fraud narrative isn't finished either. They do play the Bagels for the rematch right after this one versus the Surge. But it's going to be interesting to see if the Pigeons could pull out another win against the Bagels. This kind of just proves themselves, because as fraudulent as they may seem, good teams find ways to win, and the Pigeons have done that so far this season. You got to give them credit.
Well,
They
I can
played
tell you
well
the
that
way
day.
they found a win. It involves a lot of money.
it involves $1,000.
A lot
let's
of
say
money
that.
and a lot of corruption, but you know, can't deny that they're very good at what they do. They're very good at what they do.
Yeah, it takes a lot of skill, you know, to open up a Cash App, type in the little $sign and then someone's username, and then put in a 1, a couple zeros after that. So you gotta respect them. But we're getting underway here in New York, so I will hand it off to
Yeah,
Demoni
alright.
to get things started.
All right. Well, any Otters fans, $sign Ghostyferret. If you want to pay him to ref our next game against the Pigeons, go ahead.
The more you give me, the more calls you will get.
All right. Well, jokes aside, Face-off underway here in New York. Gasoline's winning it forward. Arax and Youppi, the new line for the Bagels, putting up 9 and 7 points, respectively, against the Popcorn. Youppi having the advantage there. As here's Goriest trying to advance it out of his own zone. Youppi holding it in. Youppi can't get anything going as Goriest denies that sharp angle shot. Youppi now can't come away with it out of the corner. Goriest hemmed behind the net. Goriest gets one out for Gasolines. Arax wins that puck, though. Arax loses momentum on the boards, and the Surge are able to ping it out. Youppi with it now. Dangerous at middle ice as Youppi gets a shot away, saved by Vasilevsky. He'll drop it behind the net. Youppi winning that puck. Looking for Arax in the slot, but Goriest blocks that pass down. Gasolines and Goriest, yet another new line combo for the Surge team, as they've really struggled to find consistency so far this season. Thoughts on that, Luke?
They figured out their matchup of Gasolines and Goriest against the Malibu Marshmallows, and it worked fairly well in their favor, as we only recorded 2 shots on goal in that second game. Going against that first line, we weren't able to adapt quite as well as they did, so interested to see, obviously, a huge defensive line. We'll see how it goes.
Top Rages and Tango reunited on that second line for the Bagels as Berto and Mikes take the ice for the Surge. Top Rages previously benched for the game against the Popcorn, but he's back with the absence of Emdravel for the New York Bagels. Tango taking it past Berto XD, gets a shot on, but it's saved by Vasilevsky. He drops it for Mikes. Top Rages getting it out to the middle. Tango receiving that pass, but it's too far, and he's forced back into his own zone. Tango up for Top Rages. Mikes reads that pass. Can't hold him on the boards, though, as Top Rages advances into the zone. Mike's 2X's pass goes nowhere. Tango with possession now. Tango has room, but he whiffs on it, and Goriest takes it away. Forces him into his own zone. Goriest holding the blue line. Taking on Tango here. Tango chooses the wrong side. Goriest able to dump it in yet again. Goriest dominating on this forecheck so far as he steals from Tango behind his own net. Goriest working out to the middle, but Tango looping around to block that chance. Goriest to the middle with it. Youppi can't get past Goriest on the near side, and Goriest will clear it out. Gasoline's pressuring Youppi now. Youppi getting around him. Trying to cut around. He misses. Youppi still with possession, though. Has room. Youppi trying to get around Vasilevsky, but he reads the play and makes an excellent save. Youppi in the corner with it still. Gasolines preventing a chance from him, but Youppi almost gets the shot away. Arax tries to receive the pass. He whiffs on it. Gives Gasolines a chance, but Youppi takes that one away quickly. Panda Man will ping it for Youppi. Youppi taking it up the near boards past Gasolines. Mike's 2X able to pin him to the boards. As here's Youppi coming away with it out of his own offensive zone. Arax sends it back in. That's just too far for Youppi. He still gets it. Youppi cutting in, but Berto XD making the ping. Youppi said his name a lot so far this first period. He's been dominant to start. No goals yet, unfortunately, for the Bagels, but they've been dominating possession-wise. Haven't let up a chance for the Surge. Here's Arax. Up the boards. They'll P3 it in. Berto XD almost getting to it, but Tango reads the play well. He comes away with it out of the corner. Bobbles it a little bit, forced to P3 it out. Mike's 2X with an opportunity. That doesn't make it to the net. Tango pings it behind his own net. He's challenged by Berto XD. Tango up the ice for Youppi. One-on-one with Goriest. Youppi cutting around him, unable to get a shot away. Youppi forced to the corner. He'll chase Goriest behind his own net. Goriest still with it. Tries to get one up for Berto XD, but Youppi steals. It's out for Tango, who didn't get a shot away. That would have been offside anyways. Here's Goriest, 6 seconds left. The Surge will look to kill. Youppi looking for a pass out. Birdo XD reading the play well. And a strong defensive performance from both teams. Obviously, Surge limiting the Bagels to 3 shots. And the Bagels not letting the Surge get any chances up front. Luke, take it away.
Yeah, really action-packed, or not necessarily action-packed, but non-stop game as there was not a single stoppage in that first period. A clean 5 minutes through and through. Looks like they're trying to make up for some lost time. As I'm going to send it to a replay, one of the only replays we have from that first period, which is why we're not going to the between the benches scene right now, which is Youppi just trying to dangle around people, getting it in close, but not able to get quite the shot off as he was looking for a super 5-hole. Still recovers it though, gets a nice P2, but that's right into the chest of Vasilevsky. I always say Chokington. That's another name he goes by. So if you ever hear me say Chokington, that is who I'm referring to. But yeah, just good defensive plays all around. Bagels only getting 3 shots on goal. Sacramento, nothing so far. So it's really interesting to see how things are going to go, as even though what we saw in the Nebraska Popcorn game, you get low shots on goal, that keeps the goalie cold. You see Panda Man back here praying behind the net. This is his ritual, staring right at the Malibu Marshmallows fan right in there in the front for some reason. And those, like I said, you get low shots on goal. As soon as you do get an opportunity, the first ones, they almost always squeak in after a while. So it'll be interesting to see if what Panda Man can do here. As far as Chokington goes on the other side of the net, I think that he's just going to continue doing what he does. He's going to be playing the game the best he can, wearing the C there, the captain for the Surge, and we'll see what he can do from there. What about you, Ghostyferret? How do you feel about this game? You have a lot of old teammates playing.
I do know, on the Bagel side, I know them very well, and they looked very dominant in my opinion. I mean, the Surge just can't do. It feels like they're hemmed into their zone. They can't generate anything. I mean, we're talking about 0 shots, yes, but we look at last game. The shots were 1-0 to end the period, but we still talked about how we thought both teams, even though they registered 0 shots, had some very good opportunities, and I just can't say the same for the Surge. They haven't been able to generate any offense, and it feels like they're just playing defense the whole time, which that is, what this team is built about, but it doesn't look good if you're a Sacramento Surge fan.
Yeah, this would be a big win for Sacramento here, as they are one of the 4 teams battling for a playoff spot. Obviously, they have other games ahead, but winning a big game like this where you're the underdog team comes out to be huge later down the line. So we'll see if they can pull things together and get a win here, as we're about to get off underway. So Demoni, take it back over.
Demoni?
Okay, dude, I set him up so well.
Face off underway here. Here's Gasoline's dragging it back. Gets around Youppi and into the zone. Youppi freeing it from the corner. Looking to get around Goriest. Can't do so. Youppi trying to pull it back in the neutral zone. The Surge have really been holding their blue line well and have been stifling Youppi's chances so far. Don't you think, Ghostyferret?
Yeah, I mean, they have them, but it feels like that's what they're forced to do, because, when they do that, the puck's just back on Youppi's stick, and it's just a revolving cycle of just trying to clear it from the blue line and trying to regenerate offense.
Yeah, I do agree. Here's Goriest holding Youppi in the corner. Youppi working out to the middle, trying to get a shot away. I believe that may have been pinged by Goriest. Here's Gasoline's working out Youppi. Gets it out to Goriest, who clears the zone. That's all Sacramento's really been able to do so far. Arax with a shot. That greens off the post. Arax deep with it. As Tango, we'll see the French connection for a little bit. Arax and Tango. Here's Goriest behind the net. Goriest up the X for Mikes. Easy read for Tango. Top Rage is on now for the Bagels. Tango has him on his wing. Over for Top Rages. Can't get the shot away. Mike's able to paint to the corner. Mike's working it, trying to get into the Bagel zone, but Tango holds him at the line. Tango looking for more. Birdo XD. My memory's still stuck in that Otters game. Casting that for so long that I don't even know what game we're in. Here's Birdo XD. The Surge have finally broken into the Bagel zone. Not for long, though, as Top Rages trying to win it out of the corner. Gets possession. He'll feed it to Tango. Birdo XT pressuring that well. Works it out of the corner, trying to get a shot away from the half wall. The R-Doggy special, as we like to call it. Shot is blocked by Tango, and a rinky-dinky shot finds its way into the back of the net as Birdo XT pings one off a Tango stick. And Panda Man unable to read it.
As Luke was talking about earlier, that's obviously a very tough shot, but he wasn't ready for the shot. I mean, I can't blame him. You expect your defenseman to clear that out, but a great ping from Birdo right there to just, slowly send that over to Panda Man's side, and it just kind of trickles through. A really unfortunate goal for the Bagels to let up.
Yeah, if you're a Bagels fan, you're kind of confused about that, as that was, like you said, pretty weak shot, all things considered. Not what you expect to go in, and Panda Man, I know, is not happy about that, as that is another shutout gone.
Yeah, Panda Man, really, you want to see that one back. Obviously, not an easy shot to read if you're the goalie in that situation, but just a good heads-up play for Gasolines. I don't even know if he meant to, Birdo XD. I don't even know if he meant to get that on net. As here's Youppi, prime chance, but Vasilevsky denies him at the doorstep. Here's Gasolines the other way. Arax clamping him up. Out for Youppi. Goriest defends against him. Looking for more Goriest. And Arax wrestle forward on the half wall. Puck is back for Youppi. He'll take it to the middle. Curves around. Goriest able to outping him. Goriest getting past him. Can't get through Arax, though, who will ping it up for Youppi. Arax can't hold Gasolines. Gasolines breaking into the corner. Puck is out for Goriest. He beats Youppi to it, but unable to get a shot away. Here's Arax, past Goriest, past Gasolines. Vasilevsky able to make the save. Here's Mike's 2X in his own zone. Things went up for Birdo XD. Birdo winning it past Tango. Birdo getting it to the corner. Birdo pulling it back, looking for his second, but Panda Man able to ping it out of his crease. Here's Tango, over for Arax. The French connection fails, as that pass was too far in front of him. Here's Birdo XD the other way. His shot gloved down by Panda Man and played. Tango couldn't read it. Birdo XD back for Mike's. Mike's in his own end. Youppi able to ping it behind the net. Birdo XD freeing it from his grasp. Puck is out to the middle for Mike's. Mike's up for Birdo. Birdo cutting to the middle. Youppi is there to defend the shot, and he sends it wide. Tango pulling it back. Has Youppi on his wing. Tango now storming down the ice. Can't get past Goriest. Tango with it. Up for Youppi. Youppi gets it past Gasolines. Has room. He shoots. Saved by Vasilevsky. What a glove.
A great save from Chokington there, but the puck was going to go wide, and the fact that he couldn't play that is honestly more detrimental to this team, as these face-offs for, in the offensive zone are very deadly.
As the first shot on goal for the Bagels this period.
Yeah, Sacramento outshot them 2-1, one of which being a goal, obviously. As here's Youppi with an offensive zone face-off. He'll win it. Tries to get a shot off, but Goriest finding that puck, denying the shot. Goriest has been lights out defending Youppi this game. Youppi has to retreat back to center ice. Gasolines pressuring it all the way into the Bagels zone. Sacramento certainly playing a better game than they did the first period. Still low shot. Not a very high-scoring game, but definitely not what we expected either. 4 seconds left in the second period. Youppi trying to get out for Top Rages, but he is unable to, and that is all for the second period and all for me, as I do have to go. Luke will be taking over play-by-play duties. I have been Demoni, so signing off right now. I'm curious to hear Luke's thoughts on the game. Take it away.
Yeah, so obviously, an insanely good game as far as defense goes for both teams. We're going to go ahead and bring it over to the clip review scene real fast so we can check things out. Not a lot of replays, not a lot of highlights to show, as it's really just been a back and forth in terms of the neutral zone. You see Arax and Tango, the French Connection struggling a little bit. Had some good plays, but not able to do anything with it. As again, the Bagels only got one shot on goal that entire period. Now, that's exactly what the Sacramento Surge's game plan is they're basically a lockdown defense. They're going to prevent you from getting any opportunities, and the opportunities that you do get, you're going to get saved by choking 10, which is what they're doing perfectly right now. The fact that they're up 1-0 is actually kind of scary if you're a Bagels fan, because they're not known to score many goals, but they are known to prevent goals from being scored. So it'll be interesting to see if the Bagels can adapt here, if they can, outplay the line of Gasolines and Gorgeous mostly. I think that if the Bagels are going to win, it's really going to be up to the first line to kind of get their head in the game. They've been kind of quiet this game. Ghostyferret, what do you think?
Yeah, I know. I agree 100%. And we've seen the ability from Youppi to just take over a game. Is obviously, an insane comeback against the Blizzard a couple weeks ago. He has the ability there. It's just, I don't know what it is. It's just the Bagels team is not clicking. I know in the second line it's going to be hard. Tango is a very mental-based player. I feel like his mental is kind of in the gutter. He lets in that goal, which, yeah, it's a freak goal. You don't really know how it happens. It happens fast. You can't really react to it. I feel like he's kind of kicking himself, right now for that, and he can't let that affect him because he is a great player and he's very talented. But man, I don't know what's up with Tango. Nothing for him seems to be working lately, unfortunately, and we all want to see him succeed too.
He was on the Fraud Watch segment yesterday, and you can say he had a good game, but I think it's fair to say that everybody had a good game for the New York Bagels then. So
yeah,
interested to see if he can kind of turn things up, because like you said, he has not been the player that he was expected to be this season. But we are about to bring things back underway as the horn sounds now. Everyone is lining up for the face-off. We see no changes here from either team, which is probably what we expect. Youppi is going to stick with Arax and Gorgeous with Gasolines. As there are 5 seconds left in what could be the final period of play tonight in New York before we head over to Paris to see the rematch of the Paris Pigeons versus the New York Bagels. Face-off underway now as they both bobble with it, but Gasolines is the one that comes up with it, but he gives it right over to Youppi, who ends up giving it back to Gasolines. Gasolines a chance, shot just wide of the post. Panaman not there, but that doesn't matter because it's not going in. Youppi with the puck now, looking to bring it past everybody. He does. He gets past Gasolines, but not Gorgeous, as Gorgeous sends it back into the corner. Arax looking for the pass up there at the slot. Gorgeous versus Youppi now in the corner. They'll go back and forth with it. Great play by Youppi. Perfect pass, but Arax not able to finish it off as they'll go for it again. A shot off the post. Vasilevsky can't find it. That's a goal for the Bagels, tying it up with 4:28 to go in the third period.
You talked about these first lines, and just what a shift from Youppi right there, all over the puck, sending dimes out, at will, it seemed like. Just an incredible playmaking performance from Youppi right there. A beautiful pass for Arax and a good finish. Unfortunately, the choke, couldn't find the puck right there. But even if he did find the puck, those are incredibly hard to save.
Yeah, that is almost exactly what you want to see from a Bagels standpoint. Is Youppi making great plays, but his line mates are the ones that are finishing him off, being the threats that the team should be scared of. 5 seconds now as we have a tied game, which is awful for the Surge. They probably just lost all of their momentum going forward. Arax looking to win the faceoff, but he doesn't, so Gasoline gets it. Almost a repeat of what happened last time, but Gasolines will take it now behind his own net as Youppi trails him. Looking to get the pass out to Gorgeous, isn't able to do it, so Youppi breaks the puck out. Gasolines and Youppi in the corner now, battling for it. We see a little bit of a back and forth right in front of the BSN logo. Youppi ends up with the possession of the puck, turns instead of passing, passes it out now. And that's almost a repeat of last time as Arax shoots it off the far post. He gets another shot. That's wide. All over the play right now. Youppi and Arax making the connection that they've wanted to make all game. As Arax has the puck now, so it'll be Youppi's turn to receive passes. Teams are looking for changes now as Mike's is out for Gasolines. Youppi and Arax both still on the ice, which is a little bit unusual as the Bagels line changed a little bit faster than other teams. Berto and Mike's out for the Surge, and Tango and Arax out, the French Connection, for the New York Bagels. Arax playing a great period so far, being really dominant, obviously getting the goal, but just all over the play. Berto looking to get it past Tango, he's not able to, as Arax will probably look for a change as he is getting low on stam. He does change, almost leading to an opportunity against, but thankfully Top Rages would have been back anyway. Huge hit there And that is a penalty for the Sacramento Surge. As play continues, Panaman will look to pull. He gets past Berto, but not able to get past Mike's, which will blow the play dead. Obviously, you know, the ref is here, so tell us, what did you see? Why is that a penalty?
I mean, you can't hit from behind like that, you know, no matter from where it is. Hold on, sorry, I'm trying to type this out. But yeah, anytime you hit like that, it's just not okay, especially on the boards when you're trying to battle for the puck right there. Because when you do that, you just take away all, you know, possession from the other team and just kind of give yourself the puck. So it's big no-no there in the BHL.
All right, and we are about to bring it back as we take a face-off. Tango and Top Rages against Goriest. Not sure if there was any timeouts involved, but I think Goriest was one of the last people to get off the ice, so his stamina is probably looking a little bit rough right now, which might not come into factor on this PK, but will in the future, as a perfect pass out to Top Rages, but again, rang off the far post, this time not leading to a goal line decision. As Goriest and Top Rages battle over in the corner, as we see the backup goaltender for the New York Bagels standing on the glass. Tango now with the puck, as he bobbles it, passes it out to himself, but that's saved by Chokington. Behind the net now, Tango has it, as Berto XD gets out of the penalty box. Goriest successfully killing off that penalty, probably looking to get a change somewhat soon. Berto now looking to take it past Top Rages. He does, but loses the puck in his own feet, so that'll lead to Tango having possession, but he instantly forfeits it back to Berto. Mike's now out. Looks like we're going to see a little bit of a line mismatch coming up in a second, as I think I just saw Top Rages go for a change. He did, so Youppi now. Youppi and Tango versus Mike's and Berto. Something we haven't seen all game yet. Youppi with the puck now, bringing it out himself. Nice curve past Berto, but not able to get past Mike, so Tango has possession now as the Bagels bring it back to try to recollect themselves. Youppi looking for a close side cut. He gets past Mike's here, bringing it into the corner. Mike's and Berto, a line that just recently started, and they're going against some of the best players in the BHCL. Berto being one of the oldest players in BHL history in terms of how many seasons he's had played. I'm not sure exactly what season he started, but I know that it was like season 4 or 5. And
since the dinosaurs.
Yeah, since the Plumber era, and we are now, if you're not including BHCL right now, we are on season 20. So he is a long-time player, known for his offensive ability, but obviously he has a goal, but besides that, nothing else. Gasoline's now getting it past Youppi. A little bit of a hit there, but not going to be called, as it didn't affect play too much. Goriest is going to collect the puck now, as Youppi sees that play developing, so he steps back, and now he has possession of it, going around his own net. He's looking to break it out. Whiffs on the puck, but Goriest is not going to pounce on that, giving Youppi a second to recollect his thoughts. Now he gets past Goriest. Probably looking for a pass across, not able to get it as Goriest pings it away. Goriest versus Youppi, basically a matchup of one of the best balanced players in the league and one of the best defensive players in the league. Tango now on the ice for the Bagels, along with Top Rages, the second line looking to finish this period out, as it looks like Sacramento has a chance to take an overtime point here at the very least, as there's only 10 seconds left. And the clock winds down. We see Goriest and Top Rages going into the corner. Looks like Top Rages just playing for overtime here, as he is not going to do much with the puck. He threes it out, but that just ends up on Mike's stick. So that is yet another overtime point for the Sacramento Surge. That is huge for them in terms of the playoff race. And if you're looking at overall standings, that is awful for the Malibu Marshmallows and the Los Angeles Earthquakes.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's, as a team, you know, I'm on the Earthquakes, obviously. That is not what I want to see. I want to see the Surge lose in regulation, because, you know, at this point in the season, every point is just very helpful. So yeah, it's good for the Surge, though. They really need this point to try to keep their playoff stats aligned.
Yeah, I mean, I'm coming from the same place you are as a Malibu Marshmallow. You know, I kind of just want to see the Surge lose. I love the players on the team for the most part. Chokington, obviously a great guy, but when it comes to blocky hockey, there are no friends. I want the Sacramento Surge to go down burning. Really interested
Yeah,
to see
I
how
agree.
far this goes, as we just saw another overtime thriller, and shots are only 6-2 right now in favor of the Bagels. So really low shots game. Again, this is one of those games where it feels like the softest goal is about to go in. You know, you don't know what's gonna happen, but Panda Man, maybe a little bit of mispositioning, or Chokington not able to get his glove on it. We'll see how things go here, as there's only 60 seconds left. Fair, who do you think is going to be the hero of overtime here in New York tonight?
You know, I'm not sure. Gorius has been playing pretty well against this Youppi line. I mean, honestly, my biggest worry here is, Panaman hasn't been tested at all tonight. He hasn't faced anything. And a goalie hasn't faced any shots. It's hard for him to, react to a very high level chance, and it's just even on, not a high level chance. You could say something kind of soft. I could see it squeaking in just because, he hasn't really got to play much this game. The whole team's been doing everything, and he's just out there, just having a good time.
And Chokington almost in the same boat. Obviously, he has 6 shots against versus 2, but still, that is not a lot. Not what you'd really expect to see from the New York Bagels. I expected to see a lot more offense coming from them. What do you think needs to change for the Bagels to get, just a little bit more going?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question, obviously. I think a lot of it falls on the second line not being able to generate anything. As don't get me wrong, Berto and Mike is a good second line, but when you look at Tango and Top Rages, you would think, oh, they're gonna smoke that second line because Tango's such a great player and Top Rage is also a very good player. I just feel like the second line needs to start stepping it up, honestly.
All right, we're underway here in overtime, as Youppi will win it back to Arax, looking to make a play, but there was a miscommunication as Youppi cuts, but Arax sends it right down the middle. Gorgas has the puck now, unable to get past Arax, will give Youppi a chance. He turns in, but not able to get past Gasolines. So again, a battle in center ice, a tale as old as time in this game. Oh!
Oh my goodness. I mean, I talked about it earlier, Panda Man not being warmed up, haven't really had to do much, and you're worried some stuff is gonna go in.
I'm so sorry for the lack of call there, but that was the most unexpected thing ever. So I'm going to get my redo. Here we go. Gorius with the puck now, looking to get past Arax. Battle for it in the corner. They do. Gorius with a chance. He gets a break. Panaman goes up to play, but it gets past him. Goal! Gorius! He wins it in overtime here in New York. 2-1 for the Sacramento Surge. A huge win for the Surge, looking to make their spot known in the playoffs, looking to show that they are the team that they deserve to be. New York Bagels being upset once again. One of the best teams in the league losing to one of the worst. That's it. But we have just a few minutes to go before the New York Bagels will make their return to the ice, this time in Paris, playing against a team that again went into overtime today. So we are going to give ourselves a little bit of a break before then, but we will return at 8:30. See you guys then. All right, and we're back for game number 3, our final game of the day, and our final game of, I believe we are on week 4? Week 4, week 3? One of the two. We will see a rematch of the New York Bagels versus the Paris Pigeons, both teams rocking their alternate uniforms tonight, as we see a run back of the Bagels in their blue and red unis. And we see the Paris Pigeons debuting new threads in their Mongol Moves inspired jerseys. I am Luke, joined with Ghostyferret for the color commentary. Ferret, what do you expect to see going into this game?
Honestly, kind of similar. I mean, I'm still kind of blown away from that last game that we watched. I really don't know what to think. I mean, based off of what I just saw, I want to pick the Bagels to win, but it's like, I don't know. It's just, I have no words. I really have no words. I think we're going to see a close game. But I think at the end of the day, we might see the Paris Pigeons edge this one out.
Yeah, I think that the Paris Pigeons are riding a high while the Bagels are riding a low right now. You know, with it being a Youppi team, though, that is expected to never back down, never give up. So we'll see if they can bounce back. We are about to begin, as it is 30 seconds before the play begins. Looks like we're expected to see the same lines. Obviously, makes sense.
I'm sorry, Luke. I have to head out for just a minute, but EXO will be here to color commentate and take my place, everybody.
All right. Welcome Akuzo into the broadcast booth.
Hello, hello. Am I commentating?
Color commentary.
Word.
All right, R-Doggy wins the first faceoff of the night against Arax. R-Doggy looking to bring it into the corner, looking for his patented R-Doggy special as he brings it out and looks for a P3, but Youppi is there to prevent that from happening, so they'll go back and forth in the corner, literally stuck in the corner, but Youppi comes away with it. Youppi bringing it down the ice now. A little bit of a step on R-Doggy, but he P2s it, so he's not able to do anything with it. Youppi looking to play past R-Doggy, but again, we'll see a return to that very same corner, as Youppi does almost the same move to get past R-Doggy. It doesn't work this time, so he P3s it out. Arax gets past! What?
What
Arax
a shot by Arax.
getting past ohLuvv, lagging out, and then teleporting to the puck, getting a shot on net. Surprises everybody, but Plud's able to get it out of the crease. Youppi looking for the same play. This time he gets it past him, and he shoots, and he scores! Arax making it 1-0 for the Bagels extremely early on. Akuzo, what do you see so far from the performances tonight?
I mean, Paris are on fraud watch and really telling us, they're shouting at us like, "Come on, I'm a fraud." I don't know what else to say. I mean, they're leaving two men open, giving an easy pass for the Bagels to net it in.
Now, do you think that them beating the Ohio Otters is a case of they're actually a decent team, or Ohio are even more frauds?
I'd love to think they're a decent team, but I honestly just think Ohio are the bigger frauds.
Interesting takes here up in the booth, as we will return for the second face-off of the game. Arax wins it to Youppi. Youppi doesn't quite get the stick on it, so R-Doggy goes to collect it. He gets past him looking for his shot. A little bit of a weird close side shot, not registered as a shot on goal, so that was not going in regardless. Youppi breaking it down the ice now, gets past everybody, gets a shot against Pluds, but Pluds makes an easy save. Youppi and ohLuvv. You'll be hearing a lot of that this game as they're both the forecheckers. Youppi, great play to get past ohLuvv, but not able to get the shot off. That gives ohLuvv a chance. He shoots it, but Pandaman gets his save of the night. Behind the net now, they'll bring it. ohLuvv making a good defensive play on the blue line to keep it inside of the Bagels zone. The Bagels looking to make some changes. They do. Top Rage is out on the ice for Arax. Youppi passing it to Top Rage is a little bit of a miscommunication. Lets ohLuvv come away with the puck for a second. But Top Rage's good forecheck there recollects it. So now it is in the Paris zone as ohLuvv has it. The top line for Paris still out as only one player has changed so far, and that is Arax for Top Rages. Youppi still on the ice, bringing the puck behind his zone. Akuza, are you able to see what stamina Youppi's looking at right now?
Youppi's at 13 stamina right now, or just hit 12.
Gotcha. So not too bad, but we will see changes here coming out as ohLuvv gets off in favor of Transports. A great pass out in front, but Top Rage is not there to send it home. Youppi looking for a change now. He does. Tango out on the ice for Youppi. Top Rages and Tango out. The second line, great pullback from Top Rages. Gets past Transports. Unable to get past Caspit. Believe there was a little bit of a hit there. A great shot from Caspit. Pandaman on the post, on the goal line, makes the save. Transports all over the puck right now for the Paris Pigeons. Honestly, a little bit of a surprising occurrence here from the second lines, as you would expect Paris' second line to be the weaker of the two, but so far they've been playing fairly well. Transport's now collecting it behind his own net. Whiffs on the puck, gives Tango a chance, a little bit of a shot. A hit out in front sends Caspit into the net, scores a goal, but not quite the right thing you want to put in the net. Tango
Yeah,
now.
the second line has definitely looked a lot better on Paris' end.
Great play from Tango as he breezes past both defensemen, making it 2-0 early on. That's exactly what you want to see from Tango. He has been known to be a little bit quiet this whole season. He was on Fraud Watch yesterday. Didn't do much in the first game against the Sacramento Surge, where their second line is the line that really needs to get attacked. But this is a beautiful display of what he can do. Curves it right in between Transports and Caspit. They both look completely lost, and then just 5-holing it right past Ploods. Great play from Tango, assisted by Top Rages, but honestly, that was the Tango show right there.
Yeah, Tango looking like his old and true self.
Caspit versus Arax on the face-off. Looks like there was because Youppi was out there for so long, we're going to see a little bit of a line mismatch. So we have the French connection out on the ice right now, funnily enough, playing against Paris. ohLuvv and Caspit out for the Paris Pigeons. Tango looking to do what he does best, curve it around. He's able to get it into the zone, but not able to do much besides that. Tango battling for it back and forth behind the net. Looking to get a pass out to Arax. Instead, he hits it and gets stuck behind the goal line, so ohLuvv will come away with it now. Tango and ohLuvv battling for it right in front of the BHCL logo as Caspit goes for an awful line change. ohLuvv out on the ice, but Tango getting a great shot off of that, only being saved by Ploods. Another weird play out in front of the net, so Ploods will glove it down once again, giving everyone a moment to breathe as both of the first lines now come out onto the ice.
Yeah, Ploods saving the day for Paris once again. However, will it be enough?
And this is the story of the Paris Pigeons, basically, is can ohLuvv score and can Ploods keep the puck out in the net? If they're able to do that, they win. If they're not, obviously, they lose. Youppi now, battling with ohLuvv behind the net. Two players who have lots of chemistry on and off the ice together. Youppi dangling around everybody, not able to get the final hit off, so that will stay out of the net. But Youppi still has possession of it. Another shot against Ploods, but Ploods makes the save. ohLuvv and Youppi still battling for it behind the net. He gets it out. Arax is open, looking for the pass. He gets it out to Arax. Arax shot, point blank, saved by Ploods. Believe that was a sliding save. Arax completely wide open there as both of the defenders looking to stop Youppi as ohLuvv gets a quick shot there. Youppi bringing the puck up now. He gets past ohLuvv. He goes for a shot, but ohLuvv is there for the back check. and that'll bring us to our final few seconds of play in the first period. As time expires, another little shot against Pludz, but that stays out of the net. Akuza, what do you think of the game so far? Who seems like the better team? Who do you think is going to take it home?
The scoreline definitely is not lying here. I mean, New York Bagels are just looking worlds better than the Paris Pigeons. ohLuvv looking quite shaky on the defensive end, and Raw Doggy isn't really notorious to help out defensively, so can't really expect much from him in this from this period.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if we'll see any shakeups here. I believe Paris Pigeons are a team that are pretty set in their ways. They run the same lines, they do the same things every game. It's worked out fairly well for them so far, so I think we can expect to see that trend continue. But obviously, only recording 2 shots on goal in the period right now, not what you want if you're a Paris Pigeons fan.
Definitely. If I'm a Paris Pigeons fan here, I'm getting mad at the overheads. I'm telling them to switch their lines up because this is definitely not working.
What are you looking? If you were Paris Pigeon management right now, what are you looking to do?
Well, we need some more goals, so I need more offense on the second line. I'm gonna need to move ohLuvv down there. I'm gonna switch ohLuvv and transports and leave it at that.
I think that's a fairly decent play. ohLuvv and Caspit, long history together, both playing on the Houston Bandits in the BHL. So a little bit of chemistry already existing there, and by moving transports up into the first line, you know, you're not sacrificing on defense much any. Transport's known to be a pretty good playmaker, so he actually might fit fairly well with our dog game. Now that you're talking about it, I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen that so far this season.
Yeah, little birdie told me that they were looking at doing it if they lost against the Otters, but we all know Paris won that fair and square.
Yeah, very fair and square, just like they win all of their other games. Kind of an interesting thing going on right now as we have a comeback. Carl Jacobs, New York Bagels owner, being fined for what he said against the Paris Pigeon players last time they'll play. We'll go more into depth in that in the next intermission, but as it currently stands, I don't think that he'll have many bad things to say tonight. It's 20 seconds before we head back underway as all the players are making their return to the ice. Looks like we won't see any shakeups this period, as our doggy and ohLuvv are both lining up for the Paris Pigeons. I think that if Paris wants any chance of bringing things back, they're going to have to rely on ohLuvv to really turn things up. ohLuvv was the hero of Game 1 today against the Ohio Otters. He'll need to be the hero of Game 2 as well. Our doggy wins the faceoff, known to be incredibly good at that, getting it past everybody on the ice, goes down to his favorite corner, looking to get a shot off. He's not able to do it, had the P3 loaded up, but that is turned away by Youppi. ohLuvv backing up instead of making the offensive play now. Probably not the right call when you're down 2-0. Passes out to our doggy, but that's given up as Youppi has a chance to collect it, but he backs off too. The Bagels looking to just play their game as Youppi, great pullback, gets past our doggy. A shot saved by Pludz. Pludz sliding back to make that save. Our doggy with the puck now as they'll battle for it again right at center ice. A tale that we've seen multiple times today. ohLuvv and Youppi now. Youppi being 2-on-1 didn't work out in their favor last time as Arax was able to get an easy shot off when Youppi made the pass. Our doggy has the puck now, looking to break it out of his own zone. Not able to do it as Youppi gets a chance. Another shot against Pludz. And they are just lighting him up right now. Looks for the pass out to Arax, but not able to do it, so ohLuvv will take the puck now. ohLuvv breaking it down the ice into the corner. Youppi, really aggressive forecheck at the moment, and it's working. He's cracking the defense as Arax has a chance, a step. He goes to shot, off the post, off the goal line, score! Arax from Youppi, making it 3-0 incredibly early on in this game. There's still a lot of time to go. We could see a comeback, but at the current moment, it is the New York Bagel show.
What a wonderful goal by Arax there. Completely utilizing Youppi's amazing pass to get past the defender and straight through the goalie, teasing him while doing it.
Yeah, you know, it's Arax becoming Youppi's line mate starting yesterday. Obviously, they had an incredible game. I believe Youppi himself recording 9 points, whether it be goals or assists in that game. So obviously they're doing something right, but now they're going against a little bit more of a challenge. They lost their first game, but so far they've been doing pretty well this second game, as another face-off is underway here in Paris. Tango looking to break it out now. Top Rage is doing a little bit of a step up, kind of a weird play. That almost leads to a chance against, but Panda Man bails them out. Caspit versus Tango. Caspit with a chance. He gets past everybody, looking to load up his shot, but unable to, so Top Rage just turns out aside. Transport's collecting it now. Transport's in the corner, looking to do something. Very blatant hit against Top Rages, does not get called. So Caspit has a chance, looking for the P3. He's not able to do it as Top Rages battles it away. Tango versus Top Rages. It feels like, as they're both fighting each other for possession of the puck. Yeah, Transports looking to break it past Top Rages, unable to do so. Top Rages with a nice pullback. Curve in front of the net almost gives possession to Top Rages, but Tango has the puck now. You know, it's a bit hard to tell necessarily who you're looking at sometimes, as Top Rages and Tango both have very yellow skins. Transports now behind his own net. Another big hit on Tango, and this time it will be called. Another hit. Okay. Constant hits in a row, I believe, might lead to a penalty shot, as you cannot have concurrent penalties in BHL. But that will be up for the ref's discretion. Not sure the ruling on it 100%. All the same player. Looks like we will not be getting a penalty shot. ohLuvv now with the puck. Looking to kill this penalty to maybe swing back some momentum. Kind of surprised they didn't put ohLuvv out there for this pin kill. Not sure what ohLuvv's stamina situation is, but Youppi making a pass out to Arax. Arax whiffs on the puck and then pulls it back to himself to get it past Pluds for his hat trick, his third of the night, making it 4-0 for the New York Bagels. And this is just, the bleeding has not stopped so far. The New York Bagels trying to show that they are not frauds, and the Paris Pigeons are.
Man, what a beautiful pass by Youppi. Once again, I mean, how many assists is this guy going to have for this season? I mean, rahDoggy completely misled by Youppi to open up space for Arax and completely give him a one-timer.
Yeah, honestly, I'm really kind of surprised at how that turn of events happened. I thought that pass was perfect, and we were going to see, Arax score right then and there, but he fanned on it, but great recovery, as obviously they score. Another great shot, as the shots are now 16-2 for the New York Bagels. ohLuvv making a great pass out to ohDoggy, but just a little bit ahead of him, so he's not able to do anything with it. ohDoggy now, aggressive forecheck, trying to get anything done for his team. ohDoggy bringing it to his own corner. Great pullback, trying to get past Youppi. Unable to do so. Youppi just sticking like glue on top of that puck. Arax open now. Arax with another chance. He shoots it off the post. This time it goes the wrong way. Not on the goal line. Pluds gloves it down before returning it back to ohLuvv. ohLuvv passing it out to ohDoggy, who then forfeits possession to Youppi. Off the post now for the Paris Pigeons. Not going to say it, but I know what Panda Man's thinking right now. He's doing everything he can to keep the score line exactly how it is. Youppi now taking the puck down the ice. Arax open. ohLuvv in no man's land, but he's not able to get past ohDoggy. ohLuvv tailing it behind his own net as Arax goes for a change. Top Rage is out now for the New York Bagels. Youppi and ohLuvv battling for it behind the net, but ohLuvv will break that out. Unable to get it to ohDoggy. A battle for it on the blue line of the New York Bagels. Possession switches back and forth between hands. We've seen this multiple times a night, but usually the New York Bagels come out on top, as ohLuvv will probably look for a change here. He does not. He's staying out on the ice. We have a very low stamina situation now, probably for the first line of the Paris Pigeons, as the second line is completely out for the New York Bagels. ohDoggy changes for Transports. ohLuvv behind the net, or excuse me, in the corner, passes out to Transports, doesn't do much there. Tango dangling behind transports, completely lost. So am I. But nothing is done there. Now, it might be hard to see, but that was almost another goal for the New York Bagels. Tango looking to do a pullback. If he was able to get a stick on it just one more time, that was going into the net, but Pluds gloves it down, preventing that chance from happening, keeping the score 4-0 in the final few seconds of the second period. Tango whiffing on the puck, gives Transports a break the other way. Transport shoots. Goal for the Paris Pigeons. Another shutout ruined for Panda Man. Get this man a break. Nothing can go his way. Tango absolutely whiffing on a drawn play. The puck was right in front of him. Transports back the other way. Might be the first shot the second line has recorded tonight for the Paris Pigeons, and that goes into the net with 12 seconds remaining in the second period. 4-1 in favor of the New York Bagels. Only 3 shots on goal for the Paris Pigeons. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how many shots you have, it matters how many goals you have. They might be looking to turn things up in the third period with this momentum going forward.
Man, you can only feel for Panda Man's shutout and his mental.
Yeah, obviously he had a rough game last game. Looking like it's going to be a rough game this game as well. 7 seconds now to go in the second period. I still have a hard time seeing the Paris Pigeons make a comeback here.
I'm ready to say that it's impossible.
Okay, straight up impossible. Our doggy looking to make a play. He's not able to, as we see our doggy and Transports finishing out the period. Maybe a tale of signs to come. But that will end things here in the second period. And real fast, before we do any sort of analysis, I'd like to highlight the last time these two teams met. The Paris Pigeons defeated the New York Bagels. After the game, things got a little bit heated as Carl Jacobs, the owner of the New York Bagels, had some very interesting things to say about the Paris Pigeons players and the team as a whole. Carl Jacobs was fined 2,000 Blockey bucks, the maximum amount allowed under the BHCL PA, for these following comments.
That's one. Number two, and to put this in the most respectful way, I hope that on their flight home, the Paris Pigeons get in an absolute plane crash and all of them die. You said you want to spread positivity. I'm only down for that if the plane that the Paris fly home tonight on is named Positivity, and by spread you mean spread it across some field somewhere on the way back to Paris.
Obviously not a good look there for Carl Jacobs, but we're going to go ahead and send it into our intermission review. Kuzo, what do you think of the game so far?
The game has definitely looked a lot more exciting. As a viewer, this would be peak entertainment. Although as a player, I gotta say, Paris is looking worse than usual. I don't know what to do at this point. If they're not even gonna switch their lines, what can you do? You can only bank on good mentality, and even that I think is hard to find in a Pigeon.
Go ahead and continue your thought process, and walk us through what you would do basically different here.
Yeah, I mean, if I were on the Pigeons, I would have to switch these lines. For the love of God, please switch these lines. I gotta watch the pass a lot more. The Bagels are really abusing that open player that they keep on producing. They keep on producing an open player and keep on diming him up. And Pluds is left astray, left on a one-on-one. What else can Pluds do? Not much. But although the Pigeons, they would rather deal with the refs and get mad at the refs, as I've been hearing a lot of chirping throughout this game. And,
Interesting that they have things to say about the refs, because usually it is the refs that bail them out.
Correct.
Looks like we have a referee that is not on the Ludwig paycheck tonight. 10 seconds now, and what could be the final period of play for the night, for the week. Both of these teams wanting that coveted presidential trophy. Youppi gets with the puck, looking for a pass to Arax, not able to get there as ohLuvv pings it away. So they'll go behind the net now. Back down towards the Bagel zone, but Youppi makes a good turn. That gets coughed up to ohLuvv, who instantly gives it up to Youppi. Youppi shoots it, score! 5-1. Youppi getting his first goal of the night, surprisingly. And yet the Bagels are absolutely dominating. Please, Paris Pigeons, change your lines, Paris Pigeons, if you can hear me. Please change your lines, Paris Pigeons.
That's the first unassisted goal for the Bagels tonight, and what a beaut that was. I mean, ohLuvv getting completely clowned on by Youppi. And this guy, what a shame to believe that he used to be in the Norris race after producing this terrible of a defensive game.
Strong words there from Akuzo. Really, but not that awful of a take, as yeah, ohLuvv kind of just got embarrassed there. Great turnaround from Youppi, leading to another goal against for the Paris Pigeons. And it looks like they will finally switch up their lines as ohLuvv goes up on the first line. Excuse me, Transports goes on to the first line with ohLuvv. ohLuvv now trying to get it away, but he doesn't, so that's another shot, but this time it was going wide. Arax now with the puck, looking for another pullback goal, not able to get it. Youppi with the puck, gets past Transports, shot right into the pads of Pluds. Arax's attempt was. ohLuvv now trying to get the puck past Youppi, unable to do so as it goes into the corner. ohLuvv looking for his P3 shot out, he's not able to do it as Youppi knows that's coming, so he sticks on him. Arax with a pass out to Youppi, collected by Transports. Transports trying to curve it around his own net, gives up possession of it by doing so. This is, I think, what we're going to see for the rest of the game is a very neutral battle here. I think that things are going to calm down a lot more. We have Youppi and Top Rages out on the ice right now for the New York Bagels, and ohLuvv and ohLuvv out on the ice for the Paris Pigeons. Looks like they're running back their first line for a little bit. ohLuvv may be looking for a change, but doesn't do it. Youppi passing out to Top Rages. Top Rages' shot just goes wide. Youppi looking for another assist on the night, but unable to do so. Tango dancing around with no one on him, trying to get the pass out to Top Rages. It gets to his stick eventually as he goes behind the net, looking to pass it out to Tango. Caspit knocks things down. Caspit and ohLuvv out on the ice now for the Paris Pigeons. Top Rages in the corner. Pluds goes sliding out, but Top Rages is not able to curve it onto the net. Looking to do the same thing. This time it shoots right into Tango's stick, who one-timers it past Pluds, or excuse me, into Pluds. Tango curving past Caspit, unable to get past ohLuvv. A very big defensive line right now for the second line. As Caspit dumps it, Tango will collect it. ohLuvv trying to redeem himself for giving up that fifth goal to Youppi. He has a chance now, a breakaway. Top Rages behind him. Game, he just jumps over the puck. Caspit now, he's standing in the neutral, in the zone. ohLuvv having a little bit of a mental lapse there, it appears. Caspit now with the puck, shoots it. Another test for Pandaman, this time it's gloved down. Tango passing it out to Top Rages. Top Raising, passing it back, but Caspit collects that one. Caspit looking for the shot, unable to get it. Tango pulls back, can't get past ohLuvv. Top Rages doing a little bit of floating right now. They're trying to take advantage of the fact that this line needs to be aggressive. ohLuvv gets the shot off, but that's blocked in front. Tango skating down the ice. Loses possession to Caspit. ohLuvv back on now. Only one player out as Transports gets a late change. Weird play. All the first lines out. Excuse me, a little bit of a switch up here as ohLuvv gets a look for the New York Bagels instead of Arax. You know, when you're up this much, you know, get your prospects some playtime. Save the injuries for later. You don't want Arax getting injured. He's been playing out of his mind recently. ohLuvv with a shot, but that goes off the post and then gloved down by Pandaman. Pandaman drops it behind the net for Youppi. As we see ohLuvv and Youppi again battling for it. A battle that Youppi has won most of the time tonight, but ohLuvv looking to get something. He passes out to Transports, but that's blocked by ohLuvv on his first shift of the game. A battle for it, as no one really has possession of it right now. Transports finally getting something, looking for a pass out, but that's knocked into the corner by ohLuvv. ohLuvv making a great first impression on New York Bagel fans, as He has a chance here. He brings it in, looking for the shot. That's paying away as both of the players of the Paris Pigeons are on him. Youppi wide open now. Collects the puck, gets past transports. ohLuvv on the back check, slaps it away from Youppi as they'll battle for it in the bench corner. ohLuvv and Youppi, 40 seconds to go. Transports with the puck, but that's cleared away by ohLuvv. Again, we're just seeing the back and forth that the Bagels want to play here. ohLuvv jumping back. They're not going to pull their goalie, it doesn't look like, the Paris Pigeons, as they know that this game is pretty out of reach. As there's only 20 seconds to go and 4 goals to make up, as I think Transport shoots it into his own goalie. Youppi curving around off the post, looking to just really put the dagger inside of the dagger. Transports and Youppi battling in the corner to finish out this game. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it is over here in Paris, as the Bagels will take down the Paris Pigeons in a dominating 5-1 game. ohLuvv, what do you think this means for these teams going forward?
Honestly, I'm going to look at this game as a positive for the Pigeons. They've finally been exposed, and I think they're starting to learn that they need to switch up these lines for good. We saw in the third period, they started to get desperate, and they changed their lines up, and from what I can tell, they played a whole lot better after only conceding 1 in that period. As a Pigeon fan, I would be very happy to see this game, and as a Bagel fan, I would be even happier to take down one of the top teams in a 5-1. Very, very good performance from the Bagels.
Yeah, Bagels needed that comeback bad after losing, getting upset to the Sacramento Surge. But that is all the time we have for tonight here on the Blockey Sports Network. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for all the support we've seen throughout the season. It has been amazing to stream for you guys, to produce for you guys. We will be back next Wednesday. Not quite sure what the first game of the week is, but it will be at 7 p.m., just like always. I've been Luke, joined by ohLuvv. You guys have a good night.